AvnerGat.com. AVNERGAT. AvnerGat.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gat and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gat says, hello.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Are you ready to build your company's dream team? Just like in sports, finding skilled players is essential for success. With Robert Half's winning combination of specialized recruiting professionals and award-winning AI, we'll help you find the MVPs and key role players who will have you hanging banners in the rafters. Because in business, it's all about having the experienced team on your side. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon, straight up at noon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
And welcome to the new fall lineup of 710. Mason and Ireland now noon to 3. And we've got so much to recap on this Monster Monday. Mace was at the Coliseum on Saturday night as the Trojans shellacked the Utah State Aggies.
Snap back to Moss. Handoff Joyner. Left side has a hole and a touchdown. Touchdown Quentin Joyner. Touchdown USC. 9-yarder.
They're now 2-0, but was Mace crying last night after that tough overtime loss to the Lions on Sunday Night Football?
Opens up right. Gives. Here's Montgomery. He's in. It's over.
Plus, we got to talk to Mace about how he's feeling about Caleb Williams. Johnny I has the day off, of course, on the new day of the fall lineup, but it's okay. He's taking care of business. Ramona Shelburne Momo's here, who's also a Raiders fan, with Corporate Greg. How did they give that game to the Chargers? We'll talk about that, plus Dodgers baseball and so much more. Let's do it on Monster Monday on the show celebrating 20 years at ESPN LA. Back noon to 3. Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's up, people? It is the first Monday of the NFL season, and it is a big one because we had so much great football yesterday. Last night is very disappointing. The Rams lose at Detroit. By the way, Bergman is in for Ireland, and Momo is going to be here as well. Laura's here. Brian's here. Oh, look, Brian's wearing his Chargers, San Diego Superchargers.
It's a jerk move, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a jerk move. He's doing it just to spite me, and I know it.
There we go. Now we get in the mood.
Wow.
Now, wait a minute. Do Chargers fans like that song?
Oh, I mean, as somebody who's from San Diego, still love it.
Sure,
Yeah. San Diego will always be the Chargers to me.
San Diego will always be. And by the way, it'll always be the Chargers to me, too. San Diego.
That's fine.
San Diego.
But you're missing this whole thing. You're back at 12 o'clock today.
Oh,
Mace.
yeah, back at 12 o'clock.
This is where I actually met you, was on the 12 o'clock show,
Yes.
the 12 to 3 spot.
Yeah.
I feel like you've always just belonged to 12
Oh,
to
you
3.
think so? Do you think this hour makes all the difference in the world?
All the difference in the world.
Yeah.
I think when the
Do I sound better at noon than I did at 1?
Yes. I feel like 12 o'clock you get a much better, like more energetic Mace than
Okay.
a 1 o'clock energetic Mace.
Got it.
Right? Am I alone on this?
Yeah.
They weren't here for it.
I haven't been here yet, so it's too early to tell you.
Too early to tell. Yeah,
I'll tell you on Wednesday. I'll give you a couple days.
Good.
If you ask Ireland, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I love this slot." Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is where you belong.
By the way, can we be honest? It screwed up Ireland's golf game.
Right? It did. It totally did.
It screwed up my podcast schedule. Screwed up my gym workout schedule.
So
but
you
know
hate
what?
this.
I don't hate it. I'm just going to juggle around because Juan reminded me on my way out the door. Hey, see you early tonight.
Yeah,
it's
see,
true.
there you go.
It's true. That's the upside is you're done early.
So that was what it always was for me. The show ends at 3. And then it's like, okay, I just stick around for another little bit, and I get home way earlier.
Yeah.
I get to be home to actually watch the Monday Night Football game.
Monday Night Football, yes.
All of it is just, it's wide open. Your night is wide open.
My night is wide. Look out.
Look out
Here
for Mace.
I come.
He's going clubbing.
Out at night.
Okay.
Bottle service. Let's roll. So where do we start? We were just doing some Rams, so why don't we start with USC? This is exactly now. Friday, I used the term signature win. That's not what I meant. I meant
that's what you said.
I meant I wanted them to have a blowout win. Yeah. One of those Alabama versus Mercer kind of scores. One of those Arkansas versus Northeast Louisiana scores, and that's what they got. They blew the doors off Utah State. Congratulations to Danton Lynn. This is clearly a different defense. Last year, Bergman, I was at the San Jose State game.
Yeah.
A team they should wax, right?
Right.
San Jose State piled up yards and yards and yards, and they didn't Saturday night because this is a very different USC defense.
So I think I saw at one point that USC had given up to Utah State like 130 yards total combined. That's what you're going to get from Danton Lynn. I was hoping that it wouldn't happen when he moved from UCLA to USC, but he has completely transformed that defense to be his style of defense.
Yes.
Which is going to get to the quarterback. It's going to get in the backfield. He's going to make that defensive line just big dudes that get to the quarterback, and it really makes a difference.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. I was on the sideline Saturday night, and so I look up, and there's Aaron Donald. I'm like, damn. I just accidentally happened to be standing next to Aaron Donald.
What'd you do?
Froze up.
Oh, come on. You turtled?
I turtled.
Oh, no.
Because, no. You suggested I should get a selfie with Aaron Donald.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask for a selfie with Aaron Donald on the sidelines. So uncool.
Now, let me tell you why. Because I said, well, wasn't there someone from social media there?
There wasn't.
No, you were social media.
I was social media.
So now you are now a part of the social media team for ESPN Los Angeles.
Yes.
You need to be the one taking the selfies and taking the pictures. That's your job.
I'm not going to say.
You have a job.
Hey, AD, pose for a minute. I'm not going to do that.
I'm not
going to be that guy.
If Parker Bell was there, he would have done it. Yeah, you're right.
Parker,
it's a little different.
If DeAndre was there,
Parker,
he would have done it.
Is it not totally different, Parker?
It is different.
No, it's not. You are social media for
I am
ESPN
not
Los
social media. I happen to be a guy at the game who's doing some social media videos for the team.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take a selfie with Aaron Donald, and I think it would be inappropriate.
No, you put your phone up. You hey, AD, hey, really excited to see you. Can you just take a quick selfie video with me? And you just go put your hands up and just take a video. Hey, I'm here at the USC game with Aaron Donald.
What's
going on,
thirsty.
AD?
Yeah, that is so.
That looks a little thirsty.
That is so nerdy and uncool.
No, that's what you do.
Nerdy and uncool.
That goes
Parker
viral.
Bell
We put it
from
on
our
YouTube.
social media team. Parker, would you have walked up to Aaron Donald and say, "Hey, AD, let's do a selfie"?
Yes.
Thank you, Parker.
Why?
It is. You were there. Listen, Chris was a little mad at you, Steve. You were supposed to be in there, and you were supposed to be getting some.
I was supposed to be doing pictures of myself. I didn't want to do pictures of myself.
Yeah, we wanted some selfie videos.
I got you horse. I got you challenger. I got you touchdowns. I got you the horse. The horse. Got to see that horse run.
You had a great angle of the missed touchdown catch from the end zone. That was actually really good.
It was so right there. It should have been a touchdown catch. Absolutely.
You were right there, and you got the video for that?
That's
nice. If you would have done it with AD, we would have gone viral.
Would not have
We've
happened.
been all over YouTube.
I don't believe it would have gone viral. Me and AD would not have gone viral.
Parker, well, if you're still there, answer the question. What goes viral the most for us? Our selfie videos like that? With the stars?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Actually, we did post one that our MC, or one of our partner managerships, Janessa, posted.
Oh, Janessa posted?
So she sent me the video of AD and was like, look who's here, and then I posted it. It went viral.
See, I'm not...
See, it would have been you.
Oh, I could have... It
would have been you.
I would have just rolled some video on AD if that... But I'm not going to walk up to the guy and say, hey, let's get a picture together.
Okay, you don't have to do that. Then why didn't you take some video?
I should have. I took videos of a lot of things.
I think you failed.
Yeah.
I think
you failed.
So this is what's going to happen, though. Are you going to be the social media person on the field for the most part?
No, I hope that there will be an additional social media person there before the games.
Okay, if not, will you now moving forward take
I'll
the
do
videos?
It. Hey, I'm at the Penn State game.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Wait, what was that?
But that's what you should be doing.
Yeah. I'm
Look,
going
that's what the people that like you and follow you want. They want to see you with the stars. Like AD, who you could have been like, hey, you coming back to the Rams?
Yeah. See, no. No.
Parker would have.
He's been asked it a million times. I'm sure Parker would have.
He would have. He would have said no.
I think Parker would have.
Yeah.
I'm a social media trainee.
Since when?
I'm just learning. I'm learning how to do the station social media.
There's
you do
levels,
more selfies
Greg.
than anybody. What do you mean there's levels?
Do I do
There's
more
levels.
selfies than anybody?
Okay, answer. Yes, you're right, Laura. There are levels.
There's levels.
But Mace does more selfies on Instagram than anybody.
Okay,
Is
yes.
that a fact?
No.
Is that a proven fact?
I don't know.
Is that
At the station.
Okay, yes, at the station. I think I had you beat before, but not anymore. But there's levels. Like, Mace is an on-air personality. He has, no offense, Parker, has a bigger presence. So him coming up to Aaron Donald and being like, hey, man, let's get a selfie. Like, it comes off weird.
It
versus him that he's like, hey, man, I'm part of the social media team. I just want a quick video. If he would have came at it like that.
Right.
But Aaron Donald knows who Mace is.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
By the way, the coolest, I wear 2 chains.
2 chains.
The chain that Aaron Donald was wearing was spectacular. I mean, it was
Gigantic.
just diamonds all the way around. So impressive.
You wish you could have that kind of
I
drip.
wish I had
So
that.
the question is, do you think Cappy would have done it? Do you think Cappy would have asked Aaron Donald for a selfie video?
I'm going to say probably.
Yes,
Yeah,
he would have.
he
So,
probably.
That's your opportunity to be like, look, I know Cappy's done it with you before because he actually did those things at training camp.
No.
You could do it too.
No.
I got faith.
No.
I think
He
you could do
autographed
it.
something for Aaron Donald. So
He
yeah.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Cappy autographed something for Aaron Donald.
For Aaron Donald.
And he did it for
exactly.
Cooper Kupp this year too.
All right, coming up next for you, let's do some Raiders and Chargers. The Chargers win, and Antonio Pierce is, to quote Chris Morales, gutless. We'll do it coming up next. Mason and Ireland. Bergman's in for John, 710 ESPN.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
The morning drive gets going with Unsportsmanlike. Greeny has your top stories each weekday from 7 to 9 a.m.
Then, introducing
The Travis and DeMarco Show from 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland follow from noon to 3. And the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis. Accidents are devastating. The recovery process is difficult to deal with. No one should have to face it alone. No insurance company's ever on your side. Anything you say to an insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Let me tell you about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team, and they'll treat you like family. That's why I called him when my son was in an accident. We called Joe, and he hit it out of the park. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. That's 213-747-2000.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
What's better than 1 win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get 1 line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Here's Brooke Burke for Skechers' new Workout Walker footwear.
Do you know the world's #1 most popular form of exercise? It's walking. So you'd think that there would be tons of performance sneakers specifically made for walking, but there aren't. However, one company has you covered, Skechers, the comfort technology company, with their newest performance walking sneaker, Skechers Workout Walker. And it takes walking footwear to new heights. Because Skechers Workout Walker is fully loaded with all the technology you need to get the most out of your walk. It starts with a carbon-infused plate in the sole to add more spring to your step. Plus, it has Skechers Hyper Burst foam for unbelievable cushion with incredible bounce. Plus, workout walkers feature Goodyear rubber for enhanced traction and durability, and Arch Fit insoles with podiatrist-certified arch support for amazing comfort step after step. Make your walking workout more comfortable than ever with Skechers' new Workout Walker. Find them for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
And it is Mason and Ireland your Monday afternoon on this Monster Monday. Be sure to make a note of it. Mason and Ireland now, noon to 3, each weekday on 710 ESPN, right after Travis and DeMarco, and before Sedano and Cap. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
So Morales says make a note of it. Where would you make that note?
You would do it in your notes app.
In your notes app.
On your phone.
Mason and
Calendar.
Ireland starts at noon now.
Yeah, you should put
Make
in
yourself a note.
It's actually the reminders tab because actually you can get
Is that what
an
it is?
alarm. Yeah, you do an alarm. That's a good idea.
Hey, I got a random question. Okay. So every day I get my coffee and stuff at Starbucks. And when you leave the Starbucks, you have options on the garbage. You've got
yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them, right?
There's 3 options in the garbage. You can go, I wrote these down. You can go landfill, compost, or recycle. So if I have a plastic cup, like I do every day,
right,
is that landfill, compost, or recycle?
Recycle.
Are you sure those cups are recyclable?
Yeah, well,
Then why
actually-
do they make you go bring your own cup sometime?
Well, look on the bottom of it. There should be a little like
says
recycle
recycle.
thing
It is.
on it. If
I
it has the
didn't
recycle thing, you put it in the recycle.
Does it? So it just goes to recycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's much easier than I thought.
really just
Yeah.
depends on if
Yeah,
you
I didn't
believe
know
that
if
it's
cups
being
were
recycled.
recyclable because they're trying to make you bring your own cups now to the store.
So their cups are recycled.
Which I'm
Obviously,
never going to
food
do.
is
I'm
compost.
never bringing my own cup to Starbucks. I'm just warning them up front. Never bringing my own cup. That's one thing I expect when I go to Starbucks is a cup.
Well, they want
I
you
think
to
that's fair.
10% off, Mace.
I think that's fair.
They want you to recycle the cup by reusing the cup again.
Yes. No.
Recycle, reduce,
No.
reuse.
Yeah.
Close the loop.
Yes. Give me a cup. So yesterday, Brian, you got to be excited, right? It was a masterful Chargers for that
Do you
offense.
feel good about that?
That offense
I feel
was
good about
like
a
a
win.
finely tuned machine, is what that was, Brian.
New coordinators, new head coach. It's going to take some time. New O-lineman, it's going to take some time.
What is it with Justin Herbert? Why is he always like? Yeah, the idea of Justin Herbert is great.
Oh, fantastic.
In practice, it's not as good.
No, it's the exact opposite of what he should be.
Yeah, you expect him. I mean, I think of him as being, a top 10 quarterback, and yet I don't necessarily see top 10 quarterback performance on a consistent basis from Justin Herbert.
Although yesterday, to Greg's point, there was about 3 or 4 dropped balls. One of them was a touchdown, but we still found the way to win.
Still found a way to win.
We found a way to win because the Raiders absolutely blew it. But what I was talking to you about all throughout this entire offseason was they don't have any receivers.
They really don't.
Their running backs are usually hurt. J.K. Dobbins did get loose in the fourth quarter, but for the most part, he was not very good. He was blocked up.
Yep.
And you just don't have any playmakers on offense outside of Justin Herbert, so there's no real offense.
Lad McConkey looked pretty good. He looked pretty good.
Lad
I
McConkey,
did-
pretty good.
I also didn't realize how small of a guy he was when they kept showing him. I was like, wow, he is tiny.
He had a touchdown catch in there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
Game winner,
Antonio
pretty
Pierce, the thing I don't understand.
It was the game winner.
Do not understand at all what Antonio Pierce was doing. 4th and 1.
Twice.
On the Chargers end of the field and not going for it. I just jokingly, Morales would say gutless. That was gutless.
It was absolutely
It was
gutless.
a cowardly punt.
It was
Cowardly.
He made two. He
I
had
agree.
two. He had 2 fourth down plays that he could have had to make a decision on. Mm-hmm. He did the exact opposite thing both times that you were supposed to do.
Yep.
On your own 40-yard line on 4th and 1,
You punt.
You punt.
Yeah.
On the other team's 40-yard line, you
go.
go for it on 4th and 1. He did the opposite.
Yes.
He went for it on his own side and punted on the other side.
And he didn't go
Bad.
for it. Wasn't it 16-10 when he elected to punt?
Yes, it was 16-10.
Yeah.
So it all happened like they had a chance to go for it and try and get a touchdown. They went for the field goal instead, which I was fine with to make
Right.
it 16-10. Then it actually worked. You stopped the Chargers.
Yes.
And then he got the ball back and decided not to go for it on the fourth down. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What you were trying to do, you're trying to get back into the game. They had it. They had a chance to win that game. They totally blew it.
What I would say is neither of those teams is very good.
No.
I don't think the Chargers are very good either.
I don't know. I thought the Chargers looked better than I expected, honestly. And that first
better than you expected.
That
really.
first half, that defense especially, but that first half was terrible. But I'll
the
give
first
them
half, did they have one first down in the first half?
I think they had two, which is like the worst in 10 years, I think is what they said.
Impressive.
So the Raiders' defense is going to be very, very good. They are going to be a top 5 defense this year. So that could really help them out. Chargers have a good defense too, but that's not a good offense. The Raiders do not have a good offense either. We're both so bad that it's going to be very close who has the worst record.
Now
it's going to be very close.
Now, by the way, if there's a tie, do we use like the season matchups as the tiebreaker? In other
What if
words,
it's split?
Well, now it's already split because.
All right, so
the Raiders have to win.
If the Raiders have a better record than the Chargers, Brian shaves his head. Now, if it is a tie at the end of the year, what happens? You have to break the tie in the normal NFL ways, right?
Right. So if the Chargers win the second time at Allegiant, then he gets the tiebreaker. But if the Raiders win, we should go to like whether either in division or points.
Yeah, we'll go to points differential.
I think
for
our
your
offense
hair.
will be better.
No, your offense is not going to be better. That is
I mean, you saw Minshew. What was he doing?
Oh,
this dude
my
had no
God.
idea what was
Gardner
going on.
Minshew. I'll tell you, the one play is worth the price of admission, isn't it? That one.
The fumble?
The
throwback?
fumble, the throw fumble was just like unbelievable.
I want to forgive him for that play, but I just can't.
That's unforgivable.
You were driving. You were going to go down and possibly get a field goal, get a touchdown, and really take over the game.
Yep.
Instead, he throws it away. You go the exact opposite way. They get a field goal out of it. It was always bad decisions that gave them points.
Now, I guess it's Gardner Minshew's going to start at quarterback.
Yes, he is.
On a regular basis here and see what he can do. Does that mean that they don't? I know. Are they better off with Aiden O'Connell?
Probably not. They're probably the same guy. They're not really getting it, except
but
for the fact
one is young and has a chance to get better, and the other one we know who he is.
Right, we know who he is, but he also has pretty good numbers. I think he went over to Indianapolis and put up like 16 touchdowns and 7.
He had a pretty good run there.
He wasn't bad, so I think as long as he can continue to get it to Brock Bowers, he did a very good job of doing that.
Yeah, he did.
Find Devontae Adams in the middle of the field. They can actually be a good offense. It's just that offensive line was bad. The running game is just terrible. Zamir White has no ability to get through anything anymore.
No.
He's just not very good. He also gave up a fumble It was awful.
Oh, yeah.
You got to hold on to the ball, man.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned because I'm just skipping around here.
Sure.
You mentioned Indianapolis. Did you see Anthony Richardson's bomb?
Oh, yeah.
He had like 7 of them.
He's like
unreal.
He was like falling down and flung the ball a good 60 yards in the air on the dot for a touchdown.
He slipped, too. He slipped, kind of got his feet, but still falling down. So he kind of messed up his footing twice on that throw.
And somehow still managed to fling that football, man.
You should try and find that guy, Pierce, the one that he kept throwing over and over again.
Alex Pierce or Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce, that's what it is. Alec Pierce. If you can get him on your fantasy team, that dude's going to put up big plays over and over.
My fantasy team needs no help. My fantasy team destroyed John Ireland this week.
Okay, first of all, week 1 is completely fraudulent.
No, it's not.
Everything that happens in week 1
I agree
is
with Matthew
fraudulent.
Berry. I have a better team.
Well, you probably do have a better team, which is weird because I thought you had the worst team.
I said I had the worst team. Matthew Berry. See, I don't even know a good team when I see it. Right. I said it's the worst team I've ever had. Matthew says it's a really good team. I can't identify what even a good team is.
So you said that last year. You're like, I have this great team. It was all off of Matthew Berry, and you came in last.
Yes.
And now you thought, I have this terrible team, and you're coming in first.
I'm coming in first. Exactly. I'm rolling.
You don't know nothing about fantasy.
All right. So we'll do some Rams coming up here. Also, Wheel of Questions. Laura, you got something for the wheel?
I do.
All right,
Momo
cool.
should be here pretty soon.
Momo's going to be along. It's a big Monday all over football for you. Want to remind you that the Commerce Casino Hold'em Series is going on right now. God, I love my poker at Commerce. The Hold'em Series is now through the 22nd of September. And for details, you can go to commercecasino.com. Very, very big news tonight. Starting tonight, it is Monday Night Football every Monday night at Commerce Casino all season long. Sedano and Cap broadcasting live food, drink specials, all kinds of giveaways, bar games, all that kind of stuff with Sedano and Cap tonight at Commerce Casino. The WSOP, by the way, is returning to Commerce Casino. That's November 13th through the 26th. So much going on there. Again, tonight, big news, Monday Night Football, Sedano and Cap, Commerce Casino. Details on the Commerce Hold'em series and on the WSOP, go to commercecasino.com. Commerce Casino, located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and that calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com. See everybody out there for Monday Night Football at the Commerce. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy.
The LA Kings. And Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports.
Next Gen is the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz and has thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Right now, you can get an $88 drain cleaning. That's right, an $88 drain cleaning, and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. So, if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, just call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and say goodbye to all of your AC heating or plumbing problems. Next Gen includes water, plumbing, heater, and AC safety inspections. Prioritize the safety of your loved ones at home. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for a safe, comfy home. And if you're concerned about the air quality in your home or have allergy problems, call NextGen and breathe easy with indoor air quality solutions to fit any budget. That's 833-3-NEXTGen or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to schedule online today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey, what up? It's Matt Barnes here. If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law.
For me, it's about getting the top result and the top value for your claim. Even if you didn't have insurance during the accident, Uncle Artie will still help you. I'm sure a lot of you out there got turned back from attorneys when you said, I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Interesting. I feel like this is very much for Mace and myself. So I read an article. I mean, you too, I guess, you guys.
Sure.
But I read an article that about 75 to 80% of people return their goodies to Amazon or other stores, Target, any other store.
Okay.
And they were talking about how many times, we repurchase these items. And do people actually wash or clean the items that they receive from Amazon or purchase at a store. So I know that when I receive an item and I'm like, I'm keeping it, I throw it in the washer.
Okay.
Or I throw it in the dishwasher. That's just my OCD.
The dishwasher?
Yeah, like if I buy like pots and pans.
Oh,
or
okay.
Something like
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Do you guys do the same thing, or do you guys are like, oh, I just got it, I'm keeping it, and I wear it?
We send an awful lot of stuff back to Amazon. Surprising amount. I would say of the stuff we order, half of it goes back. Is that possible?
Yeah, I'm the same way. But
half of it goes back.
What you keep, do you wash first?
No, I don't. I think I just wear it straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a USC polo the other day from Amazon. It's actually a pretty nice one. Just wore it straight to the game. It was great.
Absolutely wash it every single time.
Do you?
Yeah,
Why? What do you think's going on with the...
Because I just don't know what's happening in those buildings that they're making. And also, if it's coming from Amazon, it's probably mass produced. And it's coming from a factory that just is not completely on the up.
So you think they're sending dirty clothes?
I mean, not dirty, but there's probably some dirt going on there. I just would rather know that it's washed before.
But once you wash it,
but I do it at the store too.
Once you wash it, you can't send it back.
Yes, that's the caveat.
See, I like to try it out in real life and say, oh yeah, this one works, and then I'll wash it.
So you can try it on, but then before you wear it out, I would wash it. 100%.
Yeah, I think I will wear stuff until I'm sure I'm going to keep it. I don't wash it.
And is that real? If you wash it, you can't send it back?
You're not.
That's a good question.
You're not supposed to.
How would they know?
Yeah, how would they
Things
know?
have tags. Like for example, if you buy something at like
Tag
Nike.
doesn't turn blue when it gets washed.
No. I mean like a price tag. If you buy something at like Macy's or Nike or whatever, there's price tags. So if you throw it in the wash, guess what? That gets.
By the way, I pull off the price tags usually right away, and I still return everything.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, I don't do
absolutely.
that.
If I don't like it, I will.
that.
We can switch afterwards, Momo.
Yeah, Momo just walked in.
Hi, Momo.
Yeah,
but I always,
feel like Momo-
always,
I'm with
return
you.
it with no tag.
I do. I do not. I wear it, and then I wash it if I like it, and I keep it if I like it, and I send it back if I don't.
So, Momo, when you get something from Amazon, do you
Or
wash
anywhere.
it first, or anywhere? Do you wash it first before?
I'm with Mace. You should wash it first. However, if I buy something, most of the things I buy, I end up returning. Like you buy it, it doesn't fit right. That's why that try before you buy, that we can
love
have
it.
it for a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty good if you can get that. They don't always have that on the cheap stuff.
We just send
But
stuff
you can
back
still
all the
wash it.
time.
Yeah.
You can still wash it and return it, though. I feel like that's normal.
I think that's right.
I don't know. I don't know if you can actually do that though.
How would they know?
I
don't
don't know the
know.
answer to that. I don't know. I think once the tags are off, probably it's fair game.
Yeah, well, you can just return it with no tags.
Yeah. I don't understand.
They
the
take
rules
most things back.
necessarily. They
Most
do take
things.
most.
As long as they're like clearly
It's
not
kind of
just
like Nordstrom's.
broken.
Like
Yeah.
Nordstrom's will take absolutely everything
yes.
back,
For how
even
long?
if you bring it back
Years.
5 years
Okay, I'm gonna do
later.
that because I
they
have a
will
dress I
replace
bought
it.
there that I took the tag off but didn't wear.
Oh,
I
take
bought
it.
two
Totally
dresses to wear to
taking
a
it
wedding,
back.
and I don't know if I have the receipt though. Can they look it up?
They will.
can. Yes,
They will
they can.
take
Okay,
it
I'm
back.
doing that.
Yeah.
You can also. They also just take it directly to Nordstrom Rack, and somebody else can buy it.
Yeah,
It's true.
but that's the thing. That's what the article was saying. How you return something probably worn. Momo, I know you say you
Yeah.
didn't, but some people have and will wear things and then return them, and then it ends at like a Marshall's or whatever or Nordstrom's Rack, and so that's what they were saying. You should wash the clothes because somebody else has probably worn them.
You don't think they wash them when they go to?
All right,
Nordstrom
we're
Rack?
moving
No?
on.
Okay.
I mean, they probably do.
From dirty clothes.
Yeah.
The dirty clothes talk is over.
Do you guys? I just like bailed on the rest of that TV show to come with you guys.
Oh, really?
That's
that
how
good?
important 12
This
to
is-
3.
we
I know.
were
I was
doing-
like, well, you asked me after I had already been booked on that. Otherwise, I would have said no to TV because I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to be here. I was like, this is the first day of the new lineup.
Yeah, first day
This
of
is
the new
exciting.
lineup. You're in.
I was saying that this is where they belong. Mason and Ireland belong at
Yeah,
12 to 3.
3.
See?
I agree.
Momo agrees.
It's a little early. Feels a little early
You know,
for me.
You're like me when I had to drop Danny at 8. Like
Yeah.
the preschool drop off is 9. I'm like, this is fine. I can do 9. The 8 o'clock. Ooh.
Yeah, my alarm went off at 8 today. I was like, ooh.
8. Oh, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah, 8.
5:15.
Yeah.
5:15 my alarm.
So last night after the Rams game, I got a little lit because the
That was depressing.
losses don't hurt as much if you get a
Yeah.
little lit.
Right. Do you like getting lit at 8:30 at night, though? 8:45?
Sure. just fade away.
Just fade
Low-key
away.
faded.
So I was a little disappointed.
In?
Because I was like texting all of you. I was like,
Yes,
in the
you
group
were.
text,
You were on a text.
And I got like one response from Greg and one response from Brian, but nobody else wrote me back like all night long.
Wait,
and I
did
was
you?
like,
I wasn't on
I,
there.
yeah, I
was
didn't.
just
You weren't
proud
on
you were
there.
watching.
Okay, good.
I was like, hey,
I
Greg,
was. You
watching.
told me to make sure you watch, and I was like, well, I was going to watch anyway, but now I'm really going to make sure.
Yeah.
And nobody was writing me back, and so there was two things. I figured that I was probably not in the main group text, right? Like I'm not in the main. Like you guys were probably on another text.
Are there two text chains going? There probably are.
Yeah.
Text chains are so confusing.
That's where it gets. Well, also, you have to realize that Mace doesn't respond to
Oh, he
anybody
doesn't.
No, I'm not
ever.
I'm not
Brian
a big
sent me a
responder.
great response. Greg, you sent me one thing.
I did send you one, but I was also
Laura, I
watching.
forgot you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because you're on all these shows. I don't know what show you're on
Yeah,
all the
it's
time.
okay.
Yeah, she does bounce around
Yeah.
a lot.
She does, but for the most part, she is here with us on
Yes.
this
Yeah.
entirely.
So you did lock into that game.
I was locked in.
It was a terrific game. You know, let me just take one side trip here. So when you go to overtime in the playoffs, each team gets
Yes.
a chance. I don't understand why. And again, I'm not like complaining sour grapes kind of complaining, but I'm just wondering why they don't do that during the regular season.
I
Why
don't
not?
have a good answer for that.
Because
Do
you
you
win
have
the
an
coin
answer?
flip, you score a touchdown, you win the
Yeah.
game. Why should the other team not have a chance to do the same?
100% they should have a chance. And then because it's in the playoffs
Yeah.
that it's happening, it should be in the regular season and the playoffs.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I was very much like, okay, so if the Lions score, it's fine. Rams will get the
Yes.
ball. That didn't happen because I didn't realize it was different.
Even Collinsworth messed it up at one point. He
Yeah.
thought, "Oh, wait a minute, it's touchdown or it's a score and you win." It's
Yeah.
very. And can I just say, this kickoff rule is so stupid.
I don't get it.
It does not accomplish anything.
Well, there were some
You get it
plays.
from the 30.
You get it from the 30, but people are just kicking touchbacks. There were like.
Yeah.
86% of kickoffs yesterday were touchbacks.
So yes, they were, but there were a bunch of plays in the early slate of games that they would get to like 50, 60 yards. There was even a touchdown return. So you got one at least. So this is something that it could, I hate it. I think it's stupid. Just go back to the old rule because it's basically the same thing. So, I mean, I don't really like it either, but it can actually work, this dynamic kickoff.
Here was the takeaway, though. One, when Detroit has a line like that, when they have an offensive line that just, like, the Rams defense was good all game long.
Yep.
And then in the last, turn your phone off.
Here.
Oh, you know what it is?
Hey, it's because
It's your alarm.
It's your,
It's your alarm.
12:52.
It's my 12:52 alarm.
It's the stop at the Starbucks
Yeah.
time for
Funny.
crosstalk
Yeah,
alarm. Oh, I love
it's
it.
the hurry up crosstalks about to
that's
start alarm.
unbelievable.
Gotta reset that.
It was just they I don't know how the Rams defense went from looking so good in the second half to just getting manhandled on the last
Well,
drive.
I think that it finally just caved in. I mean, and David Montgomery just I think there was only one throw in that entire sequence.
Yeah.
David
Every
Montgomery just
play was a run.
just bowled his way into the end zone.
And then they would throw it over to Jahmyr Gibbs for a little out, and he would just
and the guy from
push it up.
Alabama,
Yeah.
James, what's his name? The receiver.
Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams, yeah.
He was
so
really
good.
fantastic.
yeah.
But because
he's
he was
open
so-
right now.
Yeah, but that was because they couldn't. They were able to stop both Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to have to be open at some point.
Hey, this is Adam Schefter, Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, aggravated his summer knee injury Sunday night versus the Lions.
Yes, we know that.
And while he is still going through additional testing, he is expected to be considered week to week per sources.
So really no
Week to
update.
week is
That's better than
that's
out for
better
4 to
than
6.
then he's out.
But
Yeah.
is week to week 1 week to 1 week, or is it 7 weeks? You don't know what
If
that,
there was
this
a
doesn't
team
mean
that could
anything.
afford to
Yeah.
lose a premium wide receiver, it is the Rams because they've got another premium wide receiver who steps right up and makes all the catches in Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp was fantastic.
Amazing.
That was old Cooper Kupp
Yep.
yesterday. I haven't seen him look like that
I
since
felt
the
like
Super
they
Bowl.
gave him a new hamstring.
Yeah.
Like he had all new muscles.
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
he was running.
He
he
looked great.
looked
made every
terrific.
pass. He made every catch for the most part. He was great.
And Matthew Stafford had just an
Yep.
unbelievable game. I mean, the fact that he was pressured 43% of the time, that Aiden Hutchinson was basically on his hip the entire
They lost
game.
2 offensive linemen.
Lost, actually more than that. Lost Noteboom,
3, I
lost
think.
Avila, lost Kevin Dotson, didn't have Havenstein, and didn't have Alaric Jackson. So they were shuffling big time and somehow found a way. It's so funny we had that game.
My game.
Where Ram or not Ram. I don't think you were here that day.
It was a huge controversy, and Ireland lost his mind over it and got so mad at me.
Yeah, because A.J. Akuri
your favorite.
had been
that was
cut.
Yep.
Then the game was played. And during the game, I think, during our game, he was re-signed to the practice squad.
Right.
And then wound up starting
and committing 2 huge penalties.
Two
huge penalties, just letting Aiden Hutchinson run by him consistently.
Oh,
I mean, but he wasn't expected to do that much, right?
No, are you
just
kidding
don't
me?
screw it up.
He wasn't expected to play.
No, not at all.
He was not going to play.
But you have to give it up to Matthew Stafford. That to be able to overcome such a bad offensive line. When the Rams in the offseason, they really built up their offensive line, bringing in Kevin Dotson last year. Alaric Jackson was supposed to be a big part of it. He's suspended. All the guys that they were supposed to have was this great offensive line. They were all down, and for him to be able to take shot after shot after shot and still hit Cooper Kupp over and over again, it looked great.
Tell me about this stat. Cooper Kupp had 42 snaps and 12 touches in motion in week 1. That's the most by any player in a game over the last 7 seasons. So Kupp was in motion at the snap on 30 plays, 6 more than any other player in a game over this time. So they were getting him in motion and finding ways to get him open. And the guy I was surprised at was there wound up being no Tutu Atwell. I expected Tutu Atwell to step up and be the third guy. You got Demarcus Robinson as your clear number 2 without Puka in the game. But didn't get much going in terms of anybody but Cooper Kupp.
Was Tutu Atwell even on kickoff return?
I didn't see him.
I saw
Tutu Atwell on the field.
I saw Blake Corum and I saw Jordan Whittington in the back on kickoffs.
Yeah.
And it was Kyron Williams on punts.
Yep.
So I didn't see Tutu at all.
Yeah, I did not. I saw Tutu out there.
He might have been a receiver at some
as a
point.
receiver. Out there as a receiver, I saw him.
Do you think that, going back to the wide receiver for just a second, do you think that if Puka did not get hurt, that Cooper Kupp would have still been in motion as much as he was, or is that to kind of counterbalance the
space?
The Puka thing?
Look, I think that they make each other better. Having a big threat on the field aside from yourself makes you that much better. I just having both those guys, I think, makes a huge difference. You could make a case. Is that the best? Puka and Cooper Kupp. Is that the best 1-2?
It's pretty good.
It's up there with probably Tyreek and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, Waddle got hurt, but he came back into the game, and he looked great later on.
Who's the best 1-2?
I mean, Tyreek and Jalen Waddle probably have to be up there.
Probably,
It's not anybody with the Chiefs, even though the young kid looked really good.
Xavier
But
Worthy.
the Bengals, Jamar Chase and
T. Higgins?
T. Higgins didn't play, though.
So. Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, and...
Lamb, that's a pretty good one. No, they have I'm blanking.
Brandon Cooks.
Well, Brandon Cooks looked great yesterday.
He did look good.
By the way, Little Lakers know.
Eagles for sure.
Yeah.
It's A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Very, very much.
That's good.
Yeah.
Little Lakers news, little breaking news sounder.
Breaking news sounder, okay.
Christian Wood underwent a successful arthroscopic surgical procedure on his left knee today, the team announced. He will be reevaluated by team doctors in approximately 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Okay, so he'll be back.
That's not nothing.
No, that is not.
That's like into the preseason?
Through the preseason, most likely.
Through the preseason?
Because it starts October 14th?
24th or something, I think. The regular season starts at 20.
So 8 weeks is like right about there.
The first game is October 3rd.
And that's just reevaluated. That's not back in it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not great news.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, like, how much is Christian Wood really going to play? I mean,
they need another center.
They do need somebody at center, and Jackson Hayes isn't necessarily the guy.
I just don't think he plays that much that it's...
No, he doesn't. I mean, it's not like...
Well, opening night is against the Timberwolves, right?
Yeah.
Well,
so
you do
need
want
someone there.
Yeah, you need the size.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we're going to do some radio graffiti, sports graffiti, 877-710-ESPN. We've talked about so much already. Rams lose an overtime thriller Chargers win an ugly one against the Raiders. Trojans roll over Utah State on Saturday night. All kinds of stuff over the weekend. Dodgers win 2 out of 3. They got a 6-game lead now on San Diego, 6.5 on Arizona. Tons of stuff going on. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. First day in the new lineup, noon to 3 every day. Momo and Bergman in for John, 710 ESPN.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
The morning drive gets going with Unsportsmanlike. Greeny has your top stories each weekday from 7 to 9 a.m.
Then, introducing
The Travis and DeMarco Show from 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland follow from noon to 3. And the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids. DirecTV and DirecTV Stream customers, you have lost ESPN, including college football, Monday Night Football, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, SportsCenter, and more. Take action now. Call 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. That's 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. Or visit keepmyespn.com.
Within you flows the power. It's rich, vibrant, strong. And today, that power is needed more than ever before. 1 in 3 African American blood donors has the power to help save the life of a person battling sickle cell disease. So use that power to help those in our community who need it most. Make an appointment with Red Cross at redcrossblood.org/ourblood to donate today.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland your Monday afternoon on this Monster Monday. Be sure to make a note of it. Mason and Ireland now, noon to 3, each weekday on 710 ESPN, right after Travis and DeMarco, and before Sedano and Cap. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, going to do some sports graffiti right now. 877-710-ESPN. Lots of football to react to. We will get to, oh, boy, the one guy on the field at the Coliseum that really got in my head.
Who?
I will No. I will explain.
No.
It's the guy that I said earlier.
I know.
877-710-ESPN. Momo's here. Bergman's here. Let's start out with Miss Molly. Miss Molly, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Miss Molly.
Hi, Mace. Hi, Greg. It was great to see you guys. And hi, Momo.
Hey.
Hey.
Shout out to the chat. I wanted to know your guys' opinion on Tom Brady this weekend as an analyst and how you think he did. I personally think he did great. I know he's still learning, but he got a lot of slack. So
Yes.
what do you guys think?
It's a very good question. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I don't know how much of the
I watched Red
Cowboys-Browns
Zone,
game.
and then I watched the Rams game.
Okay, so I did tune in specifically to hear Brady. I would not want to be judged by my first show.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
I am going to go easy on him. I thought he was stilted. I thought he was awkward. I thought some of it seemed like it got scripted in advance. He became fixated on the term passathon.
Which is a weird
and
word
he
to use.
said it about 5 times. This is going to turn into a passathon. I've never. Maybe that's a word he uses all the time. I don't know. But passathon, I got annoyed by.
In Patriot practice, he kept saying, "All right, we're going to have a passathon this weekend."
Yeah.
So I tuned in a little bit when I was in between because the Raiders and the Cowboys were on at the same time. So on breaks, I would switch over to Red Zone and watch. When they were on the Cowboys. From what I heard from him, it seemed a lot like Shaq on his first few days on NBA on TNT. Just trying too hard, not really sure of where he is, where he fits into everything.
Yeah.
He will eventually get better, I think.
Yeah,
because
he'll
he's
get
been
better.
so much better just personally ever since he left the Patriots.
My personal advice would be bring some energy. He's sort of the anti-Romo in the energy department, super low key. It's like listen to Scott Hansen sort of talk about him when Aubrey, what's the guy's kicker from Dallas? Brant Aubrey?
Sounds right.
Aubrey.
Sure.
Aubrey was lining up for a 71-yard kick.
Turner back there. That's something to worry about. 71? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they got to cover. If it doesn't go in.
This is a 71-yard attempt. And now the Browns will call a timeout.
Maybe everyone's going to rethink this one.
71 yards.
Go to the Jets now.
Oh, come on. Brady's got to get more excited than that in the booth.
It was game 1, Scott. Relax,
Scott. By the way, Scott has apologized for that.
Oh, thank you. He should have.
Yeah.
Some corporate overload got to him.
Yeah, but it's hard to do your first game, I'm sure.
Okay,
Brandon Aubrey, by the way. Brandon
Aubrey. I knew it was one of them.
I think that he is announcing like he played quarterback. Like he was not a rah-rah guy. Part of the reason he was so good is he was calm in the pocket.
Yes. And
like
that's
the heart rate doesn't go up.
And that's one of the things I said was I thought he would be a little bit dull as an announcer.
Huh.
And aside from the passathon that I watched yesterday, let's go to Adam. Adam, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Adam.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, did you guys come up with a punishment for your fantasy teams, you and John?
No, we did not. Do you have any ideas?
Yeah. So for John, if John loses, make him wait in the line. Either go to like
go to Disneyland.
This is
and
great.
like make him wait in like line all day.
Great.
And then for Mace, have him give back a day off.
Man!
Oh, see, this is
These
interesting.
are really good bets.
Previously scheduled day off.
Really good
scheduled
bets.
Wow.
Adam.
Or make him work on a holiday.
Oh, man.
See?
Although don't trick me because holidays are like one of the easiest times to work.
Right.
Because nobody cares.
But I think with Ireland, if you have him like wait in line for a concert ticket or something,
at Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
But something that he has to wait overnight in. Like
You know what
they're
I want him
waiting
to do?
get something.
I want him to come to Disneyland with me and be my line waiter.
Oh yeah.
So I can cut in line after he waits in the line.
Okay, if you do that for
He
Ireland,
would pay for the genie.
So
He definitely would.
If you do that for Ireland, Mason has to take a whole week back.
No.
Well, you can't say no. This is a
I
punishment.
I can say no, and I'm saying it.
This is if he's going to go to Disneyland, you got to take a week.
I have not
a day is not enough.
I have not agreed to any of these parameters.
It's just a good idea.
It should. It'd be great.
877-710 ESPN. Let's go to Thomas. Thomas, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Tyreek Hill. Okay, first of all, I want to thank all the upstanding police across the country that do their job honorably. But, we have to tell the truth and stop lying about race. Tyreek is a young black man driving a black expensive car. What was the reason for you putting him on? There's 4 of you cops out there, 5 or 6 of you. What's the reason of you putting him on the ground, putting him your knee in his back? The same thing happened to Johnny Cochran 40 years ago. He's driving a Rolls Royce down Sunset. Same thing. Why don't we stop telling this lie about race? This is a young black man with a nice car, and this is why they stopped him, because of that reason. And whether they knew who he was or whether they didn't, was that necessary for you to have this man laying down on the concrete?
Yeah.
No, they were power tripping.
Okay,
Thomas. About race.
Thomas, thank you for that, and I could not agree more.
Yep.
You know, when Scotty Scheffler got in trouble on a reckless or whatever that was, he didn't wind up face down on the ground. He did not. And I think, one officer has been put on administrative leave.
As he should.
There's body cam footage being analyzed now and recordings and all that stuff. I thought Calais Campbell stepped in.
Yep.
He ended up in handcuffs. He was like man of the year in the NFL, was trying to de-escalate the situation. There's a lot to come on that.
Supposedly they called in and found out who he was and then still did all this.
Yeah, and Tyreek after the game also said, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? Like, what would have happened if I wasn't a star NFL player? Where it could have gone from there, nobody knows.
Yeah, he was charged with reckless driving and a seatbelt violation.
Right. So we don't know what that means. So I don't think come on. How fast he was going, I don't think ever came out.
We don't know what the conversation was like. We don't know what if there was a verbal thing or whatever, but there's no reason for Tyreek Hill to be face down on the pavement with a knee in his back. It's completely out of control. And to double down on what our caller said, we love our police officers.
Sure,
police
absolutely.
officers are, a huge part of keeping our streets safe and doing a great. And there are some bad apples, and clearly one of those guys is on administrative leave right now for taking that too far. Let's go to Don. Don, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Don.
Hey, guys, I agree on the whole cop thing. But, there are some bad apples. It's just the way it is. But we got to wait and see what all the facts are.
Yes.
But the thing I was calling for is I just wanted to say, I called you guys the other day and was telling you I'm the one who said I can't stand Steve Hartman, and I believe in the Chet 40 rule when it comes to picking games. And sure enough, Cincinnati laid a big egg. And, of course, I got to be honest, I'm in an elimination pool, too. I'm actually in 3 of them. There's one big one that I would never even think of Cincinnati, but I was one of the dummies who put them on one of the lesser ones.
Now,
but
wait, if I remember right, Don, you've got like a $500,000 one, right?
No,
that was somebody else.
Oh, that was somebody else had a half.
Which was amazing.
Somebody called last week and said, I'm in a $500,000 survivor pool. I'm like, damn.
That guy should call back in.
I'm not brain dead.
All right, there you go. Thank you.
By the way, how was everybody? Did everybody pick Buffalo yesterday?
I did.
No, Cincinnati.
Most people in our league did pick
Cincinnati. 40% of the league went out.
Wow.
Yeah, 40% out.
Cincinnati always sucks at the beginning of the year.
They do.
Yep. They lose early, and then they make some run afterwards. You have to remember that next year. Don't pick them early.
They start 0-2 every year.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's bad the first 2-3 weeks every single year, and they end up in the playoffs.
It's good for a month of segments on First Take.
Yeah.
What's wrong with...
If you're just tuning in and you're a Rams fan, Puka Nacua aggravated the summer knee injury last night. He is still going through some testing. He is expected to be considered week to week per sources. So that could have been much, much worse. We don't know the status of Kevin Dotson, who left in a walking boot, or if Havenstein's going to be able to bounce. Avila got hurt in that game. Nopum got hurt in that game. I mean, honestly, at some point, it all seemed to happen at once. Yeah. Where all of a sudden everybody was gone. I thought I was getting punked. I'm like, half the offensive line is gone. Puka's gone. It's like, how did that happen all at once?
So it's just a thought.
Yeah.
Just from, because I was all dug in, even though no one was writing me back. I was just talking to myself on the group text.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think maybe they could have got some of this out in the preseason?
That's a fair question.
It's a very fair question.
Very fair question.
And I stopped texting because I didn't know if anyone would answer. But
okay, so can we talk about that for a second?
I mean, lighten up. We
first of all,
respond to everyone.
Locked in.
One of your text messages is your baby.
But he said, "Welcome to the new lineup."
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
you didn't even hit play.
I did not hit play.
I did.
Wow,
but then,
that guy.
So I don't know how to respond to Cardi Party. Go Stanford.
Yay!
By the
Joshua
way,
Cardi, new kicker.
Josh Cardi,
Great.
I feel really good about.
You should.
Yeah, after Brent Maher last year, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then it was damn it, Matt, and then then there was nothing.
For a while,
then it was what the hell?
discouraged.
Stafford threw it away so early there. 2 holding penalties in the red zone. Terrible. Those are things that we can respond to.
But
those
you didn't.
I did.
I did.
Because that was a response thing. What a great interception isn't something that I'm like, yeah.
That's true.
Let's see if we can hear. That's true. Now, is this Daniel?
It's Daniel. It might be a little.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
What starts tomorrow?
Ellie's new line at 9 o'clock.
On ESPN LA.
LA's new lineup.
LA's new lineup.
What
That's
did he
very
say?
good.
The name of the show
He
was?
said LA's new lineup.
Something
Mason
starts
tried.
at 9.
Starts at 9. He was trying to say starts at 9.
Yeah.
Because we were listening in the car while we were driving around, and he heard the commercial, so he kept saying it. And I was like, wait, let me get this on tape.
Don't ever say I don't respond to your text. I actually played one on the air.
That was good, yeah. That was good.
That's better, right?
First listen.
All right, coming up next for you, the guy at the SC game Saturday night that got in my head and made me think,
Aaron Donald.
No. Hey, if you are injured in a car accident of any kind, you're probably wondering, hey, what are some of the advantages of hiring Mason's friend Jacob? Well, first of all, you're hiring somebody who's got 25 years of experience. Maybe the simplest answer, Jacob and his team, they're going to hold your hand throughout the entire process. He will handle everything, phone calls, rental car, getting your car fixed, finding a doctor in your area. They're going to deal with the insurance company on your behalf, and Jacob can immediately get you the medical attention that you deserve. And 25 plus years of experience, he's got reputation, he's got clout to get you the compensation that you deserve. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob Imrani. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com and make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram and Facebook for prizes, insight, and more. And when you call Jacob, make sure to tell him Mason and Sedano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
The morning drive gets going with Unsportsmanlike. Greeny has your top stories each weekday from 7 to 9 a.m.
Then, introducing
The Travis and DeMarco Show from 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland follow from noon to 3. And the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
Feel the ground tremble. The Morongo Band of Mission Indians invite you to the 33rd Annual Thunder and Lightning Powwow. Enjoy authentic arts, crafts, and cuisine of Native American culture. All are welcome to this free, family-friendly event. Go to morongopowwow.com for more information. The Thunder and Lightning Powwow, September 27th through the 29th.
DirecTV and DirecTV Stream customers, you have lost ESPN, including college football, Monday Night Football, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, SportsCenter, and more. Take action now. Call 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. That's 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. Or visit keepmyespn.com.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthe.freefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
John Ireland here. Hey, look, your smile matters, so let's help you and your kids get a brighter, healthier smile. Dr. Monica Madden at Beverly Hills Orthodontics is born and raised in L.A. and is also a mom herself, so she understands what kids need and ensures a comfortable and friendly experience for all. Your kid's smile will be in expert hands. Check them out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736. BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Soak up the summer in style behind the wheel of a brand new Chevy. Check out the totally redesigned 2024 Chevy Traverse, the all-electric Equinox EV, or the groundbreaking Silverado EV. With the widest selection in years, you're sure to find the right car at the right price at George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Visit them today and save on your next vehicle with hot summer offers going on now. That's George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower and online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is the Rams Report, presented by ZipRecruiter. Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams lose a tough Week 1 matchup in Detroit in overtime against the Lions 26-20. Ample opportunities for the Rams to win this game, taking a 3-point lead deep into the fourth quarter despite a number of key Rams injuries, including wide receiver Puka Nacua, guard Steve Avila, and backup left tackle Joe Noteboom. The Matthew Stafford to Cooper Kupp connection looked to be in midseason form as well, with Stafford finishing the game 34 of 49 for 317 yards and a touchdown with 1 interception. Cooper Kupp led all receivers with 14 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown of his own. The Rams gained more yards, had more first downs, ran more plays, but could not find more points. Up next, the Arizona Cardinals in Week 2. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report, presented by ZipRecruiter. And it is Mason and Ireland your Monday afternoon on this Monster Monday. Be sure to make a note of it. Mason and Ireland, now, noon to 3, each weekday on 710 ESPN, right after Travis and DeMarco, and before Sedano and Cap. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
You know how I feel.
Hey!
Can you croon?
Oh, boy. This is a vibe.
I like Michael Bublé.
This is Michael Bublé. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
I wanted to, I was talking to Juan last night, and, the judges now on The Voice are Michael Bublé, Reba McEntire, somebody else, and Snoop.
Who's the other person? We don't know? Some guy?
Yeah,
Some girl?
they call him the fourth one. Who is it? Ringo?
No.
It's just
Ringo?
Ringo?
I think it's Ringo.
That's great.
It's always Ringo.
So we're thinking about, because of Snoop, we're thinking about watching The Voice this year. We haven't watched a singing show in a really long time.
I haven't either. I used to watch American Idol, but not in a while.
Yeah, you gave up American Idol,
me too.
right?
It's too much
I had that exact conversation last night.
Did you?
I did. I said, I saw the commercial for The Voice, and I said, people are going to watch just because of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'm like, Snoop.
And look, you are one of those people.
I'm one of them people.
Yep. I was sitting there with Jean, and we were watching, and it was like, she's like, there's no chance I'm watching. Someone
Is it
will.
Gwen?
No, it's not Gwen.
No.
It's
somebody.
It might be.
Who knows the fourth judge on The Voice?
It's
Obviously,
season 26.
clearly overpaid, since we cannot even remember. It's not Katy Perry, is it?
It's Reba McEntire, John Legend. No,
John Legend.
Is it John Legend?
Yeah, John Legend.
No, this says no.
No,
you're
it's not.
right. Laura's
It's
right.
Gwen. I
It's
think
Gwen
it's Gwen.
Stefani.
She annoys me. I may not watch after all.
Why does she annoy
Why
you?
does she annoy
What's
you?
wrong with
always
She
Gwen
knows
Stefani?
she girl,
She
is
always
that
has
why?
annoyed me.
For what reason?
Wow.
She grates on my on that show. She grates on me.
Oh, I love Gwen Stefani.
Wait, so you do watch that show then?
I've seen that show. Yeah, we'll flip by. It's a show
I
that
don't
you
think
can
I've
just
ever watched one episode of that.
Oh my god,
Never.
My mom loves that show. Doesn't everybody's mom watch The Voice?
Yes.
I used to watch The Voice when it first came out, and it was good. Now it's like, meh.
The first 2-3 seasons, and then I was
great.
like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
All these singing shows I'm out on completely.
So earlier today, DeMarco was talking about the brand new Travis and DeMarco show debuted this morning at 9. And DeMarco mentioned that he once ate 100 milligrams of gummies.
Insane.
100 milligrams.
Wow. Too much.
Ate like the entire
I mean, he's a big
bar
guy.
or the 100 milligrams.
Still.
And we were like, oh, are you kidding me? That's like
passed out.
Charlie Guzman tweets, I eat 100 milligram gummies regularly. I buy 1,000 milligram pack. Perfect for sleeping.
1,000 milligram pack?
Well, he only takes 100 to go to sleep, though.
Only. Sorry, only.
By the way, that is so hammered.
Holy moly.
But if you get your tolerance...
That is so hammered.
Again, if you get your tolerance to where you're doing it all the
true.
time so much, 100 might not seem...
No,
100 to me
100's a
and
lot.
you...
That's a lot. 100's a lot for
again,
me.
For
I mean-
you... But like
So-
Ireland,
me.
Ireland takes 40 to go to sleep, right?
I still is astounding.
That's just amazing.
Eventually, he's going to get to 50 and 60, and he's eventually going to get to 100.
It is a tolerance thing
Yeah.
because, when I was using that to control my pain tolerance with my back injury,
Right.
I mean, I had it down. Like, it was like I would just nibble throughout the day, and I never felt stoned, but it would keep my pain at a certain level.
Right, sure,
and
that's
then
good.
at night, I would take a little bit more to go to sleep. And then the one time that I got the bad gummy, that was like, have you ever gotten a bad gummy or something?
Slightly too much?
Misdosed or
Misdosed or whatever.
Misdosed, yeah.
It wasn't even a gummy. It was actually one of those stupid nighttime drinks. I think those are more susceptible to not being good.
Can.
No, it
CANN,
would-
I think.
Well, I feel like
something
there'd be
like that. It was a nighttime whatever, and it was CBN plus whatever.
Yeah.
And when you have when you have one that is clearly way too much, that could have been 100 milligrams. I don't know. Whatever it was, my pupils were dilated.
Yep.
My blood pressure went down. I fainted. It was like...
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
You're
that.
going to regret this.
Do you have DirecTV?
I do not.
Do you, Bergman?
I do not.
Brian?
Just got YouTube TV.
Nice.
Because of this dispute?
Part of it, and Sunday Ticket.
Yeah.
Laura?
Fubo.
Right, Fubo. So if you have DirecTV, the impasse between DirecTV and Disney ABC is not over yet, which means that as of this moment, if you have DirecTV, you will not see Monday Night Football.
I think this is going to be the breaking point.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it was like Dak Prescott last night, right before kickoff.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, $240 million.
Can I just say that? Okay, so I watch the Get Up all the time, and they've been
What
talking
did the
about.
D stand for today?
Look, the D stand for done deal. The big D in Dallas stands for done deal.
Wow, this is normally I'm the person who says things like that. They're unintentionally almost funny.
That's what.
But
No,
he says it
Greenberg
every single
day.
morning.
Greenberg, the big D in Dallas stands for every day.
Every day.
So like done deal, deadline, demolition.
Wow.
I mean, all these words you can use when the big D in Dallas stands for.
It was done deal today?
Done deal.
That's what it
for
was?
Dak
Done
Prescott.
deal.
Oh,
Done
yeah.
deal for Dak. Big D in Dallas. Done deal for Dak.
It will. And by the way, if we go back to DirecTV, by 5:15, 5 o'clock, it'll be done.
Yeah.
It'll be back on your TV.
You really are that
100%.
confident?
Okay, let's do mythical money.
I'll
How
bet
much you gonna do?
10,000 mythical dollars,
wait,
Laura.
hold on, I gotta write this
All right,
down.
10,000 mythical dollars that by the time the game kicks off, you can watch Monday Night Football on DirecTV.
Okay.
And then Momo, how much you got?
Well, do I have to top him?
Yes.
Yes,
if
you do.
you're on my side, if you're
I'm
the
on
other,
your side.
then you have to top me.
I'm going to top you. I'll do 20.
20.
What about you, Mace? Which side are you on?
Give me 20 on it's not resolved.
Really?
Yeah.
Not resolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. They will fold to the
El
NFL.
Foldo?
El Foldo to the NFL like you've
Foldo.
never seen.
You're gonna
Radio
regret
Michael
this.
fans going to have
Bob
the NFL.
Iger
DirecTV
is
all
going to
in there.
just stand there, and he's just going to flex a little bit.
Yep.
And then it's going to get done.
It's not even Iger. It's Roger Goodell.
Okay, so he'll flex like
They'll
this.
be next to each other, and DirecTV are like, okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, they don't have a lot of choice because they're the only show in town.
Yeah.
That's a lot of revenue. People are going to be all watching the Dodger game.
Yeah, if you have DirecTV?
Yeah.
No.
You just go to a bar.
You can watch it.
Yeah, you go to a bar. I'll tell you what, I think it should be a good game.
I do too.
I'm excited for this game. I think it's Niners by 3.5.
I think the Jets are going to win.
You
Really?
think the Jets are
I
going to
think
win?
the Jets are really good. They had such abysmal quarterback play last year after Aaron got hurt. All they have to do is like be marginally better. And I think San Francisco has had all this weird contract stuff all summer long that like I don't know how they're going to be in sync.
So
yet.
the Jets are in a little bit of turmoil, kind of on the defensive side too. Hassan Reddick is not going to play.
Yeah, he's not going to play.
That's a huge pickup that they had. And also, how do you know that Aaron Rodgers is going to play more than 4 plays this year?
Well, we can assume we know he's going to play more than 4
Well, we
plays.
do
Bergman.
not know
we
that.
absolutely
You
do
do
know
Is there
this.
a bet in Vegas
We
on that?
absolutely
No,
know
why?
he's going to play more than 4 plays.
I don't
The
wanna
odds-
wish injury.
No, that's something terrible. No, he's going to
was
play
really
more
bad,
than
yeah.
4
I
plays.
hope so.
Yeah.
You don't know that though. I don't know, man.
Mythical money, bet it. No,
No. I will
More
not
than
bet
4
on injury.
plays.
No
So,
betting on injury.
Clarify something for me. Kenzie Roberts tweets, you can still watch the game tonight on ABC. No, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
ABC is part of the blockade, right?
Yeah, it
is, yeah.
Isn't it
ABC,
is
ESPN,
Disney,
no.
Who is it that does who blocks it? Is it Disney that blocks it, or is it DirecTV that blocks it? I think it's Disney.
Disney.
I think Disney says we're not able to come to an agreement with this provider, so therefore they will
So
not be
sorry.
getting our content.
Exactly.
And Disney owns ABC and
Right.
ESPN, so it goes through them. I don't think you can watch it on.
I don't
I
think
don't
so
think you
either.
can.
Yeah.
So I was actually, I'll hold this story. I was at USC Saturday night,
Okay.
caught up with a bunch of people, and one
Aaron
guy,
Donald.
one guy in particular, just
like
got in my
Newman.
head. Got in my head. We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Momo's here, Bergman's here, 710 ESPN.
Right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
the USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown! They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, it's Travis. Accidents are devastating, and the recovery process is difficult to deal with. No one should have to face it alone. No insurance company's ever on your side. Anything you say to an insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Let me tell you about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team, and they'll treat you like family. That's why I called him when my son was in an accident. We called Joe, and he hit it out of the park. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. That's 213-747-2000.
Get ready for the all-new Athleta Presents Gold Over America Tour. Join Simone Biles and America's best gymnasts for a night of action-packed gymnastics. Friday, September 20th at Crypto.com Arena. Fun for the whole family. You and your kids will love this high-energy spectacle. Music, lights, breathtaking flips, and Gold Squad dancers. Let's GOAT! Friday, September 20th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at goldoverAmericaTour.com.
Join ESPN LA at Hollywood Park Casino in the Rays Lounge for a Hispanic Heritage Month celebration on Wednesday, September 11th. The festivities kick off with a live broadcast from 3 to 6 p.m. with Sedano and Cap, followed by a roundtable with Hall of Famer and Spanish language voice of the Dodgers, Jaime Jarrín, George Sedano, LAFC's own Ilya Sanchez, and the great Mario Ruiz. Don't miss this unmatchable event on Wednesday, September 11th. To reserve your spot and win a VIP pass, go to ESPNLA.com. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Must be 21 and older to enter. Elevate your game at Hollywood Park Casino.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings? Very possible. Playoffs? Highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates, not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, Momo's here. Bergman's here. Football Monday. Saturday night at the Coliseum. 48-0. 48-0.
Is that what a defense looks like?
That is how you play defense right there.
Danton Lynn, you're welcome.
Miller Moss looked great. Actually, the backup quarterback, Jaden Maeva, looked really good in that game. He was 8 of 11.
Run, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Woody Marks, I've been telling you, Woody Marks ran for 100 yards in that game. Really, really great performance. And this is what I said on Friday. I was looking for one of those games where, you know, when Alabama plays Mercer,
Troy State.
or LSU plays Troy State. Yeah. You expect a big number and a shutout.
He called it a signature win, I think.
Yeah, he did. It was a
I heard that.
No, I said what I meant was a blowout win is what I wanted.
I got you.
I wanted a blowout win, and we did get that. So I was down in the field before the game, and yes, I did see Aaron Donald and turtled and didn't say anything to Aaron Donald.
You turtled?
He did. He turtled.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I turtled. It's Aaron Donald.
I wanted him to take a selfie
I looked
video.
up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm standing next to Aaron Donald. And I saw a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a long time.
Does he know you? You've interviewed him.
I don't think so.
He's been interviewed by so many people.
Yeah,
you know, he remembers
so many people have interviewed him.
He remembers Cappy. He will always remember Cappy.
Because he autographed something for... No, Cappy autographed something for him.
Oh, wow.
Which was ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Which is very funny.
Yeah.
So a guy walks up to me on the sidelines and says, hey, I'm a big fan of your work. And I was like, well, thank you.
Oh, no.
He said, I listen to your show from time to time. I'm like, from time to time? Who walks up and says, I listen to your show from time to time? You should listen to my show or you don't listen to my show. From time to time makes me think you're not actually listening to my show at all.
I don't see the problem.
Oh, I absolutely.
I know what you're saying.
I
Mace,
appreciate your
listen
work.
to your
I
show
listen to your show.
when I'm driving around.
Isn't that the same thing?
But
from
why
time to time?
qualify it? Why not just say, I listen to your show?
He started off by saying, I like your work.
I'm a fan of your work.
Yes.
I listen to your show from time to time.
Maybe he's not a sports radio listener all the time, but he listens to you because he likes your
it
work.
It really bothered me.
That is a weird thing to get upset about.
This feels like something
really got
that
me
you
hung up.
should be Exhibit A with your psychologist.
Yes. Really?
Of like focusing on the negative.
I feel like I got slighted.
He went.
I listen to your show from time to time. It's like time to time.
It's just like how you meant to say blowout win, but you said signature win.
Yes.
You just chose the wrong
Yeah,
phrase.
it was the wrong phrase.
Did that send you into a tailspin?
It made me. Yeah, I did. It made me think, well, why is he not listening all the time? Why is he only listening time to time?
How long did you think about this after the game?
A long time.
You're still thinking about it on Monday, by the way.
I wrote it on my list of things. Ed said,
Okay,
I have been a
all
fan
right,
of your work.
I'm gonna-
I listen to you from time to time. That's literally what it says on my list.
Can I tell you what people say to me sometimes that really gets me? Okay. People go, Momo, I love your work. I love. Hey, are you still at ESPN?
Oh, no.
See, that's a little bit of a slight. I see that one.
And I'm like,
that's way worse than that.
all the time. And I'm like, what? Okay, and they go,
You've been at ESPN for
15 years.
15 years.
I'm like, okay, and then the one that always gets me. They'll go, I used to see you on SportsCenter all the time. Are you not there anymore?
That hurts.
And I'm like, yes, I have transitioned a bit towards more studio work and not on the SportsCenter all the time. Sometimes I still do it.
Okay,
but
so this should be Exhibit 1. You're a
I
psychologist.
know.
Exactly, because you're doing something better.
You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You're feeling slighted.
I know. I'm
by just a little
with
thing.
You. A little slight, because in my head I'm thinking, it's because I had children and I changed my schedule around so that I could be a mom and a working reporter, and I have boundaries now. And I want to just explain this to you people, but you just make some judgments about me.
They're saying the exact
opposite. I just got all up.
Yeah,
I
you
get
did.
You.
You got worked up.
You say no, I'm not on SportsCenter anymore because I'm on more studio shows now,
Right.
and they just don't
I
happen
try
to see
to
that
schedule
one. That was all
studio
positive
shows
too.
during the day because those are more working mom hours, and then I do SportsCenter when there's breaking news. But the ones during the day, during the 3 to 6 p.m. That's when I'm seeing my kids.
Okay,
Jeez, you two are so hard
I
on
know.
yourselves.
I know.
Well,
It's
I
out
mean,
of control.
Bergman, there's some
I put
reason.
some boundaries down in my life. Is that
this
okay?
is the reason we are
I know.
who we are.
You're right.
I get it. But
I'm running on permanent slight. Like every time I get slighted,
know.
it fuels me a little more.
You're Michael Jordan of radio. Is that
I
what you're saying?
am. So this is
And I took that
interesting.
personally.
Do you have an antenna at your house?
No.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So Hector writes, if you have a digital antenna, you can watch the Monday Night Football game on your TV.
That's so old school.
It is old school.
I love that.
Who still has rabbit ears? Who still has an
we should
antenna?
all still have rabbit ears.
Digital
We should.
antenna though. Is that like inside the TV? It's not like an actual rabbit
A
ears.
digital antenna.
Well, digital is not
on your TV.
It's not a physical antenna.
True.
So that's something inside your TV, so you can get all the channels. I assume.
Yeah.
That's what digital would be.
Good luck is what I say. Good luck getting the game. Good luck getting the game. I will. I have I've not been there for a few years, but I have an aunt who's got one of those gigantic satellite dishes.
Like the ones on top of your house?
No, not like a direct TV, but like one of those big ones where it looks like she's communicating with space. One of those, those gigantic ones. She
It's
gets
like
every
everyone in Big Bear
single
has that.
channel everywhere. And
like a black box.
For a satellite dish.
I think it's also you can make first contact with another species
Jodie
with that
Foster's
thing.
in there, like,
Exactly. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Laura's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. It is a big football Monday. Momo's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
The morning drive gets going with Unsportsmanlike. Greeny has your top stories each weekday from 7 to 9 a.m.
Then, introducing
The Travis and DeMarco Show from 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland follow from noon to 3. And the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Pernia Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
It's the LA Afternoon Takeover with Sedano and Cap.
I get a call from an LA number, but I don't usually answer the phone when I don't know who's calling.
Yeah, right.
But for some reason, I don't know why, I decide I'm going to answer the phone, you know? So I answer the phone, I'm like, hello, because that's the way I answer the phone. So, George, how do you answer the phone?
Hello.
Just that simple? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
How about you, DeAndre?
I say, what's going on?
What's going on? I like when some people answer the phone with their name.
Scott Kaplan.
But I answer the phone like this. I go, hello. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter. And usually when I don't know the number, when you answer the phone like that, a lot of times it'll freak people out and they're like, I don't know what this guy's deal is, and they hang up on you, you know?
Sedano and Cap, every weekday after Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words: high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Water Boy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Water Boy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Water Boy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. 1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
And yes, it's around 2:45 in the Southland. You know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Well, I'm taking it away for Corporate Greg. Thanks, Chris. And I saw that the season premiere of Wheel of Fortune will air tonight with Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. And who is Vanna still there?
Vanna
Vanna's still
Vanna
there.
is with
Did
him.
she get her raise?
I'm sure she did because she's there.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I mean,
Me neither,
somebody
but
tweet me.
in fairness, she just does this.
It's touchscreen now.
oh my
part
god,
of the show.
That's it.
She's
I
part
know,
of
but
the
she
show.
just
She's a package.
does this.
So she's a package with the show.
Part of the
She's
show.
part of. Do you see who the next one? The next van is going to be Pat Sajak's daughter.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, they already have a replacement
Well,
lined up?
I think they're grooming her. Yeah, to be the next
Wow.
person. So, what a question about
My
Wheel?
question is, I want to know: are you guys going to be tuning in for the new Wheel of Fortune?
I am
9
so not tuning in.
Yeah, I don't even know what time it's on.
9
to be
p.m.
honest with you.
I have no.
What time is it?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
No,
Nah.
it's not on 9 p.m.
9
It
Eastern.
says 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, it must be on after the game.
After the game.
Yeah, 'cause
After
then
the game.
ABC.
Oh, they're giving it a big lead-in.
Yeah.
That's a big lead-in.
There's a 0% chance I watch any of that.
Because you're flipping to Dodgers right after, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to have Dodgers on my phone and the game on the TV, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to go to sleep afterwards.
Yeah. By the way,
9 p.m.
Yes,
on the Wheel
every
of
night.
Fortune, I want to congratulate my brother Travis, who you might have seen this at the pier in Santa Monica.
Okay.
They turned the Ferris wheel into a gigantic
Cool.
Wheel
Yes,
of Fortune
I
wheel.
saw that.
And they spun it, and people played,
cool.
and Ryan Seacrest. My brother set all that stuff up for Horizon Media.
cool.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
it was
Super cool.
really cool.
I might watch.
I kind of want to watch too.
I'm
kinda wanna
terrible.
watch just
I'm
to see
terrible
it.
at Wheel. I don't.
Oh, me too.
I'm okay with Will.
I occasionally
Oh,
get
bad.
lucky on Jeopardy, but
Yeah.
you can give me all the letters, and I got no idea what's going on.
You know what I like Wheel for is just to see it on Google the next day of like a funny thing that happened.
Yes.
That's it.
And where does that generally come from?
John
John
Ireland.
Ireland. He loves those bad Wheel
And you can't
appearances.
actually see it on the radio, so I don't know why
But
we
I
play
get it. I get it. It's funny. It makes me laugh.
It was funny
The
when
last
you
one
saw
was
it.
really funny when the guy said the super inappropriate thing.
Oh, that.
Yeah, what was it? I
don't
can't remember
remember
now.
What was that?
Oh, I remember what it was.
What was it? It was
Do we
something
have it?
like.
I think we have it. Let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
By the way, it is Maggie Sajak who is likely to be the
Wow.
replacement for.
Okay, now listen. You want to give Bronny James a hard time? How about Maggie Sajak? All right.
Well, yeah, you're just. Again,
I mean,
You're just pointing.
you're
at
not
me.
playing
Who
an
are you pointing at?
NBA
Touching-
team. You're
touching-
touching a
different.
This is Hollywood.
picture.
Touching little
This is
screens.
entertainment.
Do you have it,
Maggie
Brian?
I'll
Sajak
tell you what
is
it
a
was.
story.
Here we go,
Pat's
Brian. Here we
daughter.
go. Here we go.
Oh.
Tavares, right in the butt.
See, that one's playable on the radio.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah,
This is the
That's
best.
funny.
Versus right in the
hilarious.
butt. Oh no.
Oh, that is funny.
That's funny. I just want to see. I mean, Ryan's so good at everything he does.
Yeah, Ryan is great.
He's great, but I want to see how he's gonna make it his own.
I got a feeling he will be just fine.
Just
I'm
like
sure.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. But
Yeah.
also, like,
Okay, wait. Here's this is an
do we need more
entertainment
Ryan
question.
Seacrest?
I mean,
Sorry,
he
but-
owns
He left-
everything. He
left
owns
the Regis
everything.
and Kelly
does.
show, right?
He owns everything.
Never
He owns
saw that
He
either.
has a piece of the Kardashians. He's
Yeah.
got a piece
Oh
of
yeah,
all,
he does.
I mean,
He's everywhere.
Set for
much-
life.
He really
he
doesn't
is
need to
the
work
Dick
anymore.
Clark of his generation.
Yeah, he
Oh
is.
yeah.
Okay. I have always wondered this because you guys are entertainment professionals.
Sure. From time to time.
Are guys like? Well, that was funny. Last one, I'm still laughing.
That's why he's a professional.
Are the guys like Jeff Probst or Ryan Seacrest or who's the guy who does The Amazing Race?
I've never seen that
Oh,
show.
I've seen
Phil-
one episode. Yeah, I know.
Phil
Phil
I can't
Handy.
think-
Phil
no,
Handy.
not Phil
No,
Handy.
it's
Phil something.
Oh,
Okay,
I can't think of his
like
name.
I watched
love that
Survivor
show,
and
though.
I think Jeff Probst is great. Okay, I haven't
Yes.
seen it the last couple of years, but I used to watch it all the time. But
Keegan. Kogan.
Yeah.
Phil Kogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Are those guys especially talented, or are they just guys who got that job?
I think you. Well, I'm trying to think of.
I mean, I don't want you to have to throw shade.
Some
but
people are really good hosts. Some
Yeah.
people like Ryan Seacrest is a terrific host.
Carson Daly was good.
Yeah.
Carson Daly is a really good host on The Voice, from what I understand. I mean, there are
He was
there
TRL
are people that are really, really good at this. I would argue that Seacrest is probably better than anybody, but Probst is good.
Yeah.
And also, you do it for years and years and
Yeah.
years. I'm sure it becomes like mailing it in. What is it? Season number 78 of
I mean,
Survivor.
forever.
It's
Yeah.
just going to keep on
I don't
going.
even remember the people who are on, and then Survivor alum. I'm like, I watched the season and I don't remember them still.
Yeah.
'Cause there's so many.
Phil is amazing on Amazing Race.
he
and
is.
I think he was just a guy when he came on, but he is now great at it. So
Yeah.
he's now an actual star.
Who's
at
the
it.
host of Real World Road Rules Challenge?
Whoa, that's still going on?
No, wasn't that the
It's still
the
going
biker?
on. Wow.
Wasn't it
No.
a biker?
Wasn't it an extreme sports guy?
No.
That
He was
guy?
an extreme.
TJ.
TJ.
Oh, I think it
Harden.
is
TJ Hooker. No.
TJ.
No.
Whoa.
And by the way, Julie Chen on Big Brother, fantastic.
Is she actually really good?
Yes, she is really, really
'Cause,
good at it.
So I watched Top Chef, and they replaced Padma Lakshmi with Kristen. I forget what her last name is.
TJ Levine.
And they so I thought
TJ
Padma.
Lavin. TJ Lavin. TJ Lavin. Yeah.
I thought Padma Lakshmi was like key to the show. Everybody was like, "Well, Padma's the host,
Right?"
And then she wanted a lot more money, and it was probably time for her to like do something else or whatever. She had another show that she was launching.
Yep.
And they just said, "See ya." And they brought in a new host, and she used to be a contestant on the show. Her name was Kristen. I forget her last name, but she's synonymous with the
Okay.
show. She was great. I enjoyed it.
And it
I
didn't
didn't
make
miss
any
Padma
difference?
at all.
Yeah.
I actually liked it better.
Yeah.
Because I always wondered, like, Padma's not really a chef, so why does she get to critique and judge the way the other judges who
Sure.
are real chefs? And then Kristen is a real chef. She won
Okay.
Top Chef. But, like, some of these hosts, like, I wonder how much of it is the writing, how much of it is the hosting. Like,
Right.
is Ryan Seacrest actually super
I think
talented?
he's actually super talented.
He definitely is. There's
Yeah.
a show on Netflix called The Mole that I watch, and it's been 2 seasons. The first season, I forget her name and forget the guy's
Yeah.
name now, but she was great. The guy that was on this last season was terrible, and it actually kind of hurt the
It
show.
hurt the show.
Yeah.
So if you have someone that's bad, it does hurt the show.
Yeah. All right.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So today was Adam Sandler's 58th birthday. So shout out
Hey,
Adam Sandler.
one of my favorite actors,
Oh,
Adam
no.
Sandler. He's so
I know, he's
good.
great.
Yeah.
I like him.
And as Greg said, I don't want to see more Seacrest, but I'll take as much Sandler as I
Me
can
too.
get. I will
Me too.
anything he watches, even if it's bad or cheesy.
I'm on Team
watching
Sandler
it.
all the way.
And one thing he put out today was officially production Happy Gilmore 2
Yes.
is official, so he tweeted that out today.
Nice.
So my one thing here is if you got one Sandler movie the rest of your life, the only one you're going to keep replaying. For me, it's probably Waterboy, but what's your go-to Adam Sandler movie?
I'll tell you the Adam Sandler movie that I've watched more than any other is Uncut Gems.
How can you watch that more than once?
Oh, it's so good.
One time is enough for
Yeah,
me. It was a
one
great.
time.
Box in the end.
Yeah, it was a great
so good.
movie.
Kevin Garnett, great.
Yeah.
By the way,
I can't
a
watch it
really
a
good
second
Kevin
time.
Garnett performance.
He was. I liked. Go ahead.
I was going to say Happy Gilmore would be my.
I'm probably going Wedding Singer.
That's a one you can keep going back to. I was
Yeah.
at 50 First Dates. I watched that.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a good one.
I like Wedding
loved
Singer.
that one. It's a good one.
Billy Madison was one of my favorites.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite growing up. It does not hold up very
It
well.
doesn't, but it's like our Big Daddy. Like those were like when
That's
I
a
was
good one.
growing up.
So here's the thing about Sandler. He's one of the great comic actors there is, and then he's got this other. He's a very fine actor. Uncut Gems, if you've not seen Hustle, which is a
That was
Netflix
good.
movie, I thought he was really, really good in a more serious role. I think Adam Sandler can do anything. I've requested him to be on the show many, many times, and Bergman says
I did not reach out.
you did. You never reached
Laura,
out.
you got a job.
Yeah, reach
I
out
do
for
have
Adam
a job.
Sandler.
Laura,
Reach out
let's
for
work
him.
on
Look
this.
for
I
it,
want to
try and
help
get-
you.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my friend who does booking for.
Okay.
That would be
Thank you.
great.
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna try to help you so that you can hold us over.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
you?
I
Did
appreciate
you?
that.
Any of you ever watch the space one that was recent a couple months ago,
No.
where the giant spider?
Was it good?
I actually really liked it.
Did
It's
you?
kind of like a psychological thing.
It wasn't
but-
a comedy.
Nah, not really. No,
No, not at all.
Pretty deep though.
Oh, I'll have
pretty
to look
pretty
at
good.
that.
Oh, I gotta look
suggest
into
it.
it.
What's it called?
beats me. I don't know.
Okay,
Just
Google Adam Sandler giant spider.
Yeah,
and it'll
you'll find
pop right up.
What's that, fool?
So this is actually really sad news I just found. According to Deadline, James Earl Jones has passed away at 93. He passed away in his home in Dutchess County, New York. Independent artist group confirmed the news to Deadline. So that's just extremely, extremely sad and should be brought up here because he was great in basically anything he ever did. His voice is one that you won't ever match.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
So
this
very,
is
very sad
CNN.
news for James Earl Jones.
Yeah. What a great career. What a great career. Darth Vader, of course.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
He's the voice of Darth Vader.
I know you're joking.
What's that,
Hail fellow Wombat to
Yes.
James Earl Jones.
Don't ruin the surprise on Darth Vader. Don't ruin it.
Okay, I will not.
Don't spoil.
Spoiler.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Spaceman, I believe, is the movie that.
Spaceman. Okay,
Not watching that one.
Give it a watch. It's good.
That's the one that I think.
Spiders. No, thank you.
Okay, guys. Well, to other news. Those were sad news. But Kendrick Lamar was named a headliner for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. I love this because I'm a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. But like I was telling me, some people felt like, some New Orleans artists got swiped, like Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Master P. And a lot of people were saying that there's so much musical, like jazz and other influences that you can put for the halftime show for New Orleans, and they went with Kendrick. I'm not mad at it, but what do you guys think?
I'm looking at the available sort of local talent, New Orleans style. Lil Wayne is really kind of it. I mean, it's a home for jazz music, but I don't think you'd ever do a jazz halftime of the Super Bowl. I mean, Kendrick Lamar.
He's the it guy right now.
There's nobody bigger at the moment than Kendrick Lamar.
I'm with you.
So I get it entirely. And if there was somebody obvious that was based in New Orleans or from New Orleans, I would say okay. But because there's not, I think Kendrick Lamar makes sense.
And most likely, some of those people will come out, right? Then people that you named, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, they'll probably come out. Master B, they'll probably come out. Harry Connick Jr. is somebody from.
Oh, Harry Connick Jr. is great.
Yeah,
yes,
so he could possibly.
His
be a part
dad
of
was
that.
the district attorney of New Orleans.
Oh, I did not.
I did not know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And how great would it be, by the way, if at one point they bring all these people out and Drake comes out?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Drake is not invited to this
Kendrick
party.
is not.
I mean, he could do the funniest thing
Wait.
ever by having Drake come out there with him.
Not
Kendrick
like us. Not like
swiped
us.
him in his video a few times. He's not gonna bring him out.
There's no chance.
way.
But if he did and then played
No.
Not Like Us, it would just
yeah.
be amazing.
Yep.
He's gonna play Not Like Us though, right?
Oh
Of course.
yeah, so many bands already what is it? Marching bands for
Are
college,
playing Not
are
Like
playing,
Us?
it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
crazy. It sounds so good.
Yeah,
it's so
but
dope.
it would be amazing if he did.
What's that, fool?
Okay, so ahead of Monday Night Football, ESPN has a special sit-down interview with Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith, going over the extent of their injuries, but more or less coming back from these gruesome injuries coming up. So that's going to be a little thing they're going to be aired in the pregame. But I also saw something else about Aaron Rodgers today. There's going to be a Netflix 3-part documentary series revealing a side of Rodgers that apparently we'll never see, called Aaron Rodgers Enigma.
Okay, well, it's appropriately named.
I mean, it's right.
But it's so annoying. I'm already
parts.
I don't even know it's on the show yet, and I'm already annoyed by Enigma.
You know what it's like? It's like how many documentaries were there on Harry and Meghan? Weren't there so many
Because
interviews?
I never watched any of them.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it was just the inner Harry and Meghan, the interview.
Right.
Harry and Meghan.
Leave
the
me
untold
alone.
story. Leave me alone. Except for I did an all access
Right.
8-part
Except I'm sitting,
documentary. on
except
it.
look at me, but
I'm
leave me
sitting
alone.
courtside at a late. Leave me alone.
Or la-di-da.
La-di-da is right. Yeah, I mean, there is a limit to the number of documentaries that I will watch. The Aaron Rodgers one, I think there's probably going to be clips we can use on the show.
Yeah.
So for that reason,
good.
The content.
we will hashtag content.
Yeah.
There will be
So,
stuff in there.
I'll always remember this. It was one of the first stories that I thought was really good on Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Mina Kimes wrote it, and one of the sort of opening lines or the lead of the story was that she went over to meet him for this interview, and at the start of the interview, she had to establish some rapport and some trust.
Right.
And he tells her right from the beginning, "I'm going to be recording this interview too." I'm like, I know you're recording this interview, but I'm turning my phone on too.
Oh, so Aaron recorded the interview also.
And
That's weird.
So if it got edited in a certain way, he could release the context.
I mean,
and this was before we ever thought he was, conspiratorial or paranoid or whatever you want to say about him. But it was the first one that showed just how guarded he was. And some of that I thought was related to maybe his family situation. There was some stuff with his brother and parents and yada, yada, yada. But Mina did a good job of establishing trust, and he opened up to her on a lot of things. And if you go back and read it, it was maybe 10 years ago. But he's always been guarded. He's always wanted to control his own story and his own narrative. He's one of those Players Tribune guys. But just because it's your version of history doesn't mean it's true.
Well, his narrative is kind of ridiculous.
We hear it all the time,
Yeah,
too.
it's all this, whether he's in a cave or smoking peyote or
ayahuasca
or going to the pyramids.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's that guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch. Just for the clips.
Well, because we
For the
have to
content.
talk about it. This is something that has to be talked about.
And it is a perfect subject for mockery.
Yes.
Yes, much mockery.
And you hate mockery.
Yes. All right, there you have it. There is your What's
That's
Up
good.
Fool for today. Bergman's here. Momo's here. Saturday night, Trojans roll. And Lincoln Riley afterwards was talking about the defense. We got that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy!
The LA Kings. And Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
DirecTV and DirecTV Stream customers, you have lost ESPN, including college football, Monday Night Football, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, SportsCenter, and more. Take action now. Call 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. That's 844-KEEP-MY-ESPN. Or visit KeepMyESPN.com.
Join your Angels for every Saturday night home game and stay to enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by SoCal Honda dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for more details.
710 ESPN. Your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon on this Monster Monday. Be sure to make a note of it. Mason and Ireland, now, noon to 3, each weekday on 710 ESPN, right after Travis and DeMarco, and before Sedano and Cap. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Well, pick me up with golden hand. Oh, Messiah.
Okay, we're getting some Rams news and information.
Want me to read it?
Puka Nacua has a PCL sprain and is an IR candidate per Sean McVay.
And that really, really hurts. He was so good last year and was so dynamic and really helped out with Cooper Kupp, because that's two guys now that you had that were very, very reliable, and now you have to go down your depth chart a little bit.
And, yeah, you got to go down the depth chart. DeMarcus Robinson becomes that much more important.
Yep.
He needs, and they paid him in this offseason, so he needs to deliver. And IR candidate, it sounds like.
What does that mean? What is that, 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, yes.
At least 4 weeks.
So I think I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV sometimes.
Or radio.
And I have a little, Well, we're on YouTube.
I don't even know what a PCL. What is a PCL?
It is a posterior cruciate ligament.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Yep, you are right.
And I dealt with that because I think Embiid had one of those ones. And that's like of the ones that you can sprain that's like not too bad.
Is it?
Like the MCL's not great. ACL's the worst. PCL can be bad. Depends on what grade it is.
Right.
Obviously depends on grade 1, grade 2. But you can come back from that. That's a stabilizing ligament. It's not like one that you're out for the whole year. But you do have to rest.
It's a certain side, right? I'm not sure about that, but there's the LCL also.
We sound so medical right now.
Yeah, so medical. Get Clapper on the phone.
Do you want me to just do it?
You want me to get Clapper?
Hold on.
No.
Let me see if I can do a Clapper. I'm good at these. Okay. All right. So you got to think of the knee. How are you? Okay. So you got to think of the knee like a knot. Like you tie the knot, and you got some parts of the knot are essential, and some parts, if they fray a little bit, as long as you strengthen the rest of the knot, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna eventually need to repair it, but as long as it's not one of those essential pieces of the rope, the rest of it can hold the knot together.
How are you?
Was that all right?
That was actually pretty good.
How are you?
I was very impressed by it.
I don't know if the image makes any sense. A knot.
I don't know, just off the top of my head.
All I do know is
it's like a slip knot. A slip knot. So the ACL, that's it. If you don't have if that part of the knot is broken, you don't have a knot.
Yeah.
I do know that if it's a strain is still a tear. Like you're still tearing every time you get those grades. Each grade is still tearing.
In fairness,
grade 1 means tear.
We don't know any grades right now.
We don't.
No, we do not know any grades. But
IR candidate, but no grades
it's
right now.
Basically the same thing as week to week because he may not be. But if he does go on the IR, he is out at least 4 weeks and then can come back after that.
Yeah, I mean they're going to deal with injuries this week. A lot of injuries. I mean, Puka, again, IR candidate. Joe Noteboom left that game yesterday. He was playing left tackle. Steve Avila left that game yesterday. He was playing left guard. Jonah Jackson survived. Kevin Dotson left in a walking boot. Havenstein still has an ankle. Oh, by the way, that Colby Parkinson guy can catch the ball, too. I like him. That was tight end they got from Seattle is really good. But they basically have to, that rookie center is probably going to play Bo Limmer this week. Move Jonah Jackson back to left guard. I mean, they're going to have to juggle like crazy. Warren McClendon's going to be really important. Maybe Havenstein comes back. Alaric Jackson is still a week away because he's been suspended. They go to Arizona, and the line is... If Ireland were here, he'd get it. What do you think the line is, Rams at Arizona?
-2.5.
At Arizona? No, they're going to be 6.5.
Who?
Rams.
Who do you say?
-2.5 Rams.
It's -2 Rams.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, -2 Rams.
Oh,
so
I
you got to take over
over
the Ireland spot for you.
Yeah, you did. You did the Ireland.
Does that mean
spot.
that also that AJ Arcuri is going to get more playing time? Because he kind of has to right now.
It's very possible. I mean, it's going to depend on, Noteboom, Avila, Havenstein. Those guys are not ruled out in any way right now.
I don't think Arizona's good.
So Arizona actually looked good in the first half against Buffalo. They were playing well. They also have a really, really good defensive end. I don't remember what his name is right now. I have to look it up. But he was getting in the middle of every single play. It was like Wilson Jr. or something like that.
They did not get Marvin Harrison Jr. involved in that offense in any way. One catch.
And also,
we know that because we drafted him pretty high.
Kyler Murray was running all over the place, too.
Oh, you drafted him high?
Yeah,
I did, too. I happen to know he only had one catch.
Come on,
by the way, we all see this through our fantasy prism right now.
Everything.
It's just like all, how'd that help my team? How'd that hurt my team?
Why did I play that guy?
Exactly.
Like I was saying to Nevin, I was like, because Nevin drafted one of my teams because I was off doing something during the draft. And why did you want this David Montgomery guy?
Oh.
Why did you want him? The whole game, he's like, and then at the end, he was like...
Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a machine. He was getting in the end zone no matter what.
Mac Wilson Sr. was the guy I was watching for Arizona. He was really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, for a loss, I guess I don't feel devastated today.
Right?
No,
I
Detroit's
don't feel
really
good. They hung with them, even though they had all those injuries. found a way to stay competitive. Matthew Stafford pressured on 43% of those snaps and found a way to deliver that football over and over and over again. Cooper Kupp looked like the Cooper Kupp of old. I mean, there are so many reasons for optimism from that. And if they can get some guys healthy, I see no reason why they can't build next week and then get ready for San Francisco the week after. I think the Jets may win tonight.
The Jets?
I do too.
Yeah, I think the Jets may win tonight.
Switch.
Because I just talk about San Francisco.
Okay, yeah.
So
I mean, they went into Detroit, who went to the NFC Championship.
Yep.
Detroit. I thought Detroit was gonna be what was the line on the game?
3.5.
3.5. That sounds right. And I thought they played really well. They had that red zone thing that got blown up by the 2 penalties. I thought Stafford looked great. The only thing that was scary was his ankle injuries a couple of times, but
yeah. He got rolled up on a couple of times. Yeah, I'll say this: it's going to come down to who is the third wide receiver now that Puka Nacua is potentially an IR candidate. Is it Tyler Johnson, who had a big moment in that game? Is it Jordan Whittingham, who had a really good preseason? He actually, I'm trying to remember the exact context. He ended up getting the ball on an end around scoring, but then it got called back.
Because of A.J.R. Curry.
Because of A.J.R. Curry and the hold.
That was on the 1 yard line. They had to push it back, and that caused all the problem. But yeah, it's probably Tyler Johnson, you'd have to think, because of how often that Matthew Stafford was looking for him and hit him a few times. It's really going to come, to me, it's about the offensive line. You guys have so much injuries there. You keep talking about it. Noteboom, Avila, Havenstein, and Dotson and Alaric Jackson. That's your entire offensive line. If they can't stop anybody from getting to Matthew Stafford, he doesn't have the time to get to Cooper Kupp, to get to DeMarcus Robinson.
Here's the thing about yesterday. Stafford was unbelievable. I mean, that is a vintage Matthew Stafford game, but it's not sustainable.
No.
That is not sustainable.
No.
He cannot do that every week. He's got to have some protection.
Yeah.
And things will get better because Alaric Jackson's coming back
after
left tackle after next week. So things will tighten up a little bit, but it's not sustainable to expect Matthew Stafford to play with that level of pressure in his face and win football games on a consistent basis.
Not at all. And you talk about A.J.R. Curry being out there. You also, I remember before the season, you kept saying if Logan Bruss is on that offensive line,
I know,
you're in trouble.
Although DeMarco says Logan Bruss found himself.
You got to hope so.
Yeah.
But that's another guy that you were very down on.
I'm down on.
Very, very down on. So that's another guy that just how much the Rams put into the offensive line this offseason, it really made sense. And you're like, okay, I feel good about this team because of the offensive line. Everybody going down in 1 week is very, very painful.
It's bad. Now, the one thing I'll say, among the bright spots, and the Rams defense actually played really well.
Yeah,
played great.
And Jared Verse, who was the 19th pick in the draft, had 7 quarterback pressures and a sack. He made a difference. Kobe Turner got there.
Yeah,
Byron,
he was good.
Byron Young got there. I mean, they've got guys who, you're never going to replace Aaron Donald, but they've got young guys who are on the who are ascending, which will allow this defense, I think, to get better as the season goes along.
I also thought that Kobe Durant had a really nice game.
Yeah.
He was in the backfield a lot. He played good defense.
He did.
So did Quentin Lake, UCLA kid. Very excited
Quentin
about
Lake.
that. Yeah.
Make that interception, and the Rams win the game.
I know.
That wasn't his fault. That was Amon-Ra St. Brown having a tremendous play.
He had a great play.
And the Lions had one of those too. They had like a dropped interception that would have changed the whole game too.
They did.
Yep.
They did.
Yep.
That's why they play defensive back.
But and yet I'm not devastated.
No, you shouldn't be. I thought they played really well.
Yeah. Normally I go to bed and I'm like really aggravated after a long. Last night I was like, well, the entire offensive line got hurt, and we still went to overtime.
I don't believe in the moral victory very often, but this one really feels like a moral victory.
There's no such thing as a moral victory.
But this one
it's
feels...
a loss.
It is a loss, 100% a loss, but you can lose and still feel good about it.
Also,
the Raiders, I don't feel good about that.
You shouldn't.
I feel bad about that. So you can feel good about this.
I also
Rams
wanted
loss.
to cut Brian's hair.
It's still going to happen. It's one game. It's still going to happen.
I was
Momo, you're still going to
like,
have the Clippers.
I got the clippers.
Yeah.
I would first I would use some scissors, then I would like cut the sides. And then
use like a weed whacker.
No. First, I would
you
cut,
need some
first you'd
serious
cut the
right here.
long hair,
might cut 'em up
and
a
then
little
I
bit.
would like shave it on the sides after the locks are gone.
Yeah.
And then
you
we would
carve
have
a
to do-
lightning bolt into the side of his.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, be careful with that.
I know how to do that.
Can you?
I might do that just in case.
I mean, I'm not
think
saying
you
I'm really
know-
good, but I could do it.
Yeah, because see, I thought I could do a little slant on Mason's
No.
eyebrow, and
No,
that went bad.
you made me bleed.
I made him bleed.
Not cool.
Yeah,
So
I
do
know,
you
Mace, I'm
think
sorry.
you know how to do it, or you do know how to do it?
I have done something like that once on my dad, but
Once.
once. But it wasn't like good. It was just like a little Z.
I get you, Momo. I had done the little
Same
thing.
I
and it
became the
would-
The
pandemic
thing in
hair
your
cutter.
eyebrow you did?
I did the eyebrow to somebody else, but his hair was like a little. Your hair was thicker.
Thin. Oh,
no,
thin.
it was thicker.
Oh, thicker.
Yeah, I have thicker
Yeah,
eyebrows.
he had thicker hair.
Yeah.
You don't cut eyebrows. You just do the. You don't
You
never
use the slant thing.
use scissors for eyebrows. You know, I wouldn't use a shaver.
Well, no, she was trying to
No.
carve like one of
little
those.
line.
Big razor.
She
Yeah,
was
it
trying
was
to
like a
carve one of those
razor.
notches.
You have to get like
The
real clippers.
racing stripe.
Yeah, a racing stripe. That's
yeah,
what
the
she was
racing
trying to do.
stripe. So you
I
can
can do
it
that.
With, you can do it.
But I would
with
use
like
the real. I would use the
It was
real
like a-
stuff, not like a big razor.
No, I didn't use a big razor.
I think it was
It
just.
was an
I think it was
actual
just a razor
It was
blade.
an eyebrow razor blade.
No.
Like the old school ones that they used to shave you in the,
Yes,
the barber
it was
shops.
that.
That's what she was
No.
doing.
All right,
I failed
can't believe
miserably.
you let her do that.
coming up next for you, let's talk about the Dodgers, who won 2 out of 3 over the weekend.
Wow.
But they still have pitching issues for the Dodgers. And you think about the playoffs, 3 weeks away.
What did I just say to you? How the hell are they winning?
We'll talk about it coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. Ireland is getting the plumbing checked. He'll be back tomorrow. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
It's T. Raj and D. Far.
You could find some sort of self-wicking fabric.
No, I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there. Come on.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Y'all want to hear about the AARP auto insurance program from the Hartford? Well, if you're age 50 or over, you can save hundreds when you switch. Are you ready for some exclusive discounts too? Phone's in the air now. We're going to sign you up, baby. Go to visithartfordauto.com today for your free quote.
When you're with the Hartford, the Bucks got your back. Provided by Hartford Fire Insurance Company, not AARP or its affiliates. Individual savings vary. The Hartford pays a royalty fee to AARP, which is used for external purposes. For information and restrictions, go to thehartford.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get ready, LA. The LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy a pallet or more of select concrete mix. And there's more. Save up to 25% when you buy a pallet or more of select drywall panels. Plus, get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Because Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
And it is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sedano and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
They're playing your song, Momo.
I know. I get
We'll
excited.
get to it in just a moment, but in the meantime. Okay, so here is the latest on the Rams. Jordan Rodriguez reports Sean McVay has clarified Puka Nacua will go to IR. He will miss 4 games minimum. He aggravated his previous injury in a more significant manner. Starting offensive lineman Steve Avila suffered an MCL sprain. He is a candidate for IR. McVay says Joe Noteboom ankle is week to week. Kevin Dotson suffered a lateral ankle sprain and is day-to-day. He was in a boot after the game. McVay hopefully is okay. So Avila gone. Noteboom probably have. Kevin Dotson probably have.
Well, Noteboom at week to week is not probably have.
Yeah.
I would more assume you will not have on a week to week.
Well, no, because this is 1 week, and then next week is another week, and he could be week 2 week.
Yeah, usually that means he...
But week to week, does that rule you out for Sunday?
It doesn't rule you out, but feels like he's not going to play with that.
By the way, Jordan Rodriguez also
Jordan.
says, like I've we're just reading her entire
Yeah,
Twitter time.
it's okay.
Like I've reported many times, Tyler Johnson and Jordan Whittingham have backed up Nacua. Tutu Atwell will probably get more snaps as well. Oh, Jordan Love is not going on the IR. I just happened to see that.
So you're just going to read all the way down
just here are the rest of Jordan's tweets.
Right.
Why don't we have Jordan on the show?
Do you want to have Jordan on? We can probably get her on next.
Yeah, get her on.
Do you have her number,
She's
Laura,
our
or should I
main
send it to
source
you?
of information right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead and chase her. Dodgers win 2 out of 3 over the weekend. They continue to play really, really well, despite the fact that their pitching is basically held together with glue and tape. At this point, Yamamoto is expected to come back, or is scheduled to come back tomorrow night and make his first start since like May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was June 16th.
Okay.
Just took a summer break. Just
Yeah,
get back
took
to
a
work
summer
after
break.
Labor Day.
Good.
Yeah, why not? We needed him
I mean,
in
a lot
October.
of people take the summer off.
Sure. You've got Tyler Glasnow, who threw a bullpen all fastballs yesterday. He's going to throw again. He threw over the weekend, throwing again tomorrow. See if they can get him a little bit closer. Gavin Stone, I don't know anything about Gavin Stone.
I know nothing about him, just that he injured his shoulder, which that's never good, and that he is on the 15-day IL, and whether he comes back or not, we have no clue. I also don't
Like
know
the other day, he got hurt. It was this sort of phantom IL. Like, where did that come from? And then Robleski got called up from Oklahoma City long enough to pitch 2 innings.
Yeah.
And then got sent right back down. Did he even get to stay for the postgame?
Probably not. Just get
Yeah,
on the,
probably
when
not.
you came off the field after pitching the 2 innings, and then just get on the bus and leave.
I mean, they bust him to. No, they at least hopefully they
maybe
fly
they
him.
fly him. Who knows?
Southwest.
So one of the
it's going
things
to minors,
tonight's
so it could
Walker
go
Buehler,
anywhere.
right?
Yeah, tonight is Walker Buehler.
Okay, now this is a really big test
Yeah.
for Walker Buehler. He's thrown back-to-back. I won't say great starts, but solid starts.
He looked good.
They need to get 5+ from Walker. I don't anticipate he's going to get into the 7th inning by no stretch, but he's got to become credible because you got Flaherty, Kershaw's on the IL, Gavin Stone's on the IL, Yamamoto coming back tomorrow, Glasnow's on the IL. I mean, if the playoffs were to start today, probably.
Well, Yamamoto comes back tomorrow, so
let's say Yamamoto, Flaherty,
who was fantastic
he was great.
yesterday.
That was
really,
his best
really
Dodger start
by far. 7 innings, 8 innings, 7 innings.
Buehler and then Landon Knack.
Oh.
If that was, that would not. If
it started today,
if it started today, yeah. But by the way, Landon Knack on Friday was solid.
He was very solid.
I actually really like Landon Knack.
You can get a good 5 innings out of Landon Knack.
Yes, you can. And in the postseason, you probably get 3-4 innings out of him, and that's kind of what you're looking for.
2 from Wrobleski.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever seeing Wrobleski
One
again.
time through the lineup.
That's fire.
He got a 10 spot hung on him.
And then
a week ago,
he had 2 on every inning in the 2 innings that he played. So I don't really trust Wrobleski anymore. But
Momo, it's interesting. Dave Roberts said this past week that the World Series or bust mentality takes some of the joy out of his job. Do you get that?
Yeah, totally. It's a long season, and you have to find something to be excited about day in and day out. You have to find joy in the game and coming to the park every day because it's a really long time from when you lose in October to when you get to try again.
Yes.
Like, it's a really long time from losing last year to like the next part where it's like they have to have the best record in the NL West every single year.
Right.
You can't just do that as a machine. You have to have joy. Like, that's why I think it's been great having Shohei here.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
He plays with joy. It's something new. He's never been there. He's not the one who's lost
46 and 46. Is he going to get there?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I think he's getting there.
I didn't think so, but now I do.
I think
There's still
he's
19 games to get 4 and
4.
4.
I think that guy can do anything he wants to do.
Yeah.
He can do it.
And you're right. He brings joy to the game.
I mean, like, I love how every guy who gets on base does the little dance every time.
Yeah.
Like there was a time last year when they would do their little things every time they get on, and I felt like it was robotic.
Last year was tap the head, wasn't
Tap
it?
the head,
Yeah, and now this is
ago.
this one. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
what do they call
They
that?
did that same thing last year. The Freddie,
because
it was off of a dance, so they did it last year.
And even like the new guys, like you get traded to the Dodgers and you do that.
You have to. That's
but
part of it.
it's fun when you watch it now. It's not just like, oh, I'm supposed to do this.
And yet, all I care about is winning the World Series.
I know.
Of course.
I mean, look, the joy will come when we win it all.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been there now too many times. And the last 2 have been absolute disasters. And you got to win the World Series this year. You got to.
Is this the time where I quote Phil Jackson to you?
Oh boy, what is it about? A triangle or what is it?
It's the journey to the ring that matters.
Yeah.
It's the journey that matters.
No,
it's
this year it's the destination that matters.
It is very
but
much.
But you don't
the
get to the
destination.
destination unless you enjoy the journey.
We can enjoy the journey. We can watch every game.
They have to enjoy the journey.
Do you enjoy the journey as much right now?
Yes, I love it.
I don't enjoy the journey as much as
don't?
I used to because
I have with Shohei.
It's a zero-sum game.
See, I'm not thinking
World
about that,
Series,
to be honest with
nothing.
You.
I am.
You are? I
am.
I'm very much in the same camp as you.
Yeah.
It is World Series or nothing, but I watch every single game, so I'm enjoying the games that I want to.
Well, the Shohei aspect of it.
I agree. It's Shohei to me.
Teo Oscar Hernandez, that's who excites me always.
Yeah.
I was terrified the other day when he got hit in the ankle.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Oh,
I thought he was done. I
tweet.
thought he was done. I thought he was done.
Your tweet was like, "Oh my God,
no.
the world is ending."
It would have been. I would have been so
and then
sad.
I saw somebody subtweet you. This didn't age well.
No, well, yeah, because all it said was he's going to speak to the media today, and it was the day after he got hit. That's usually
not good
my
news.
Season's over. And so I was terrified. Thankfully, he should be back tonight or tomorrow. But if he goes down,
honestly,
I'm going to be so
I've enjoyed
sad.
the journey more this year because
Have
of
you?
Shohei. I love watching that guy play.
That's actually fair. I probably am enjoying the journey, although it is a zero-sum game.
Yeah.
It's like win it all or bust.
Look, you didn't enjoy watching Shohei Ohtani hit that home run yesterday.
I did.
It was a freaking blast.
Yeah, no, I did.
It was like 415 feet.
I love watching Mookie play. He's like just from a baseball, like a pure baseball perspective.
Yep.
I just love Mookie. Like he just skill wise, the way he plays the game, plays every position.
I also love the way Friedman redid the lineup at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
You know, adding guys like Edman and Kiermaier.
I love how he plays outfield. Like I'm like a baseball purist, so I like when I see somebody get behind a ball and catch it coming in and then throw with the perfect one hop to the plate. Like that's just great baseball.
Absolutely.
I
thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah. No,
I love Kevin Kiermaier. He's going to make a huge difference in the postseason just for his defense because he's going to be a late inning defensive replacement, and he will make a big play.
I also feel
Guaranteed.
this year.
What?
I feel like the Dodgers have choked so many times that I'm almost over it. Like I almost.
What do you mean you're almost
like
over
you don't like I don't get up. I don't have as much expectations anymore. Like I'm almost expecting.
See, I have more
that.
expectations.
No, way higher.
They
My
dropped $1
expectations
billion
No, I think last
during the
year is the one
offseason.
that got me. The last year was I was like, they're just gonna lose in the first round.
See, my expectations are higher this year than they've ever been.
know.
Yeah, last year was different. They were completely injured on the pitching staff again, which is kind of the same as this year.
This is Shohei Ohtani in the moment. This is why he came to Los Angeles, was to
100%.
play in meaningful baseball games in October.
I know.
He gets a chance to do it, and he is going to bring that
I
joy
also, like,
to the postseason.
Last year you started Bobby Miller in game
I
1
know.
and Kershaw in game 2, who was supposed to be your number 3 starter. Like last year was an
But I also
anomaly.
felt like they had the
Kind
best.
of,
There
not
was
really.
a sort of soullessness to the teams the last couple of years. Like when they lost to the Padres, right? Like there was a sort of like they didn't have the joy. They needed Kike back. Kike brought a little of that back. But this year, I feel like every time I watch Shohei, he just validates what I love about sports, which is a guy who chose winning over the whatever he could have gotten. Like Mike Trout signing forever in Anaheim,
Right?
Wasting his career there. Like,
Yep.
And it's like, and I'm like, good for Shohei. Like so many guys just take the bag and then waste away in anonymity.
I mean, he took a bag in LA.
He took a bag, but he took less.
$700 million.
But the Dodgers get to keep most of that.
But
and then eventually he gets it.
He's
but
playing $2 million. Getting $2 million.
And
he's playing for $2 million this year.
And here's the other thing. It's by the time in 5 years, Shohei's going to look like a bargain.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
I mean, how far are we away from a 5-year, $500 million player in the NBA?
In the NBA, I think Luka's is he gonna hit 4?
You think he'll hit $100 million a year?
Pretty soon in that new deal.
I would imagine Wembanyama has a chance.
Yeah, Wemby. I have to look at like the rookie extension who hits him.
Yeah,
so
who
the next
hits him,
one,
right?
Luka's gonna get a big one. Luka's the next guy who gets the giant contract.
Yeah.
Like Tatum had the biggest one, and then Luka's gonna have the next biggest one. It's kind of like you have to be like a lottery pick, and that has to be like
But
your
would you
third
say
deal.
5 years? We'll see a $100 million a year player.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean all
We're
that
up
new
around 60 or 70.
TV money's coming in.
Yeah,
that's so much money. It depends on the cap,
So
doesn't it?
in
Because
that-
there is a full cap.
In that world, doesn't Shohei look like
a bargain?
Complete bargain.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, Jordan Rodrigo will have to just continue reading her tweets because she's not available.
She's probably doing her job, like writing a story on
This
it.
is your job. You come on the radio.
Steve Avila tried to go back in during the third quarter, said McVay, and coach's medical staff had to pull him. McVay said it's a testament to how bad Avila wants to be out there. Played every snap as a rookie starter in 2023.
Just brutal. That's
You
a
want me to text
bad,
Jordan and
bad
see if she'll
loss.
come on? Let me
No,
see.
She's working.
She's working.
Yeah,
She
she's working.
just texted
She's
her.
available at 3.
Yeah. All right. Hey, by the way, don't forget, Commerce Casino, Sedano and Cap, tonight and every Monday night. I'm sure the Circle of Trust will be there, and Lil Cappy, and the vice president of the Handsome Man community, and who are some of the others? Miss Molly.
Dead Meow.
Dead Meow. I saw Dead Meow the other day. David 100.
Yep, always there.
Yep.
Jazz Meat.
So everybody get out there. Monday Night Football at Commerce Casino all season long. We'll do a little crosstalk with them coming up. Mason and Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN.
Drive gets going with unsportsmanlike. Greeny has your top stories each weekday from 7 to 9 a.m.
Then, introducing
The Travis and DeMarco Show from 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland follow from noon to 3. And the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6.
The new fall lineup of 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mason. Football is back. The Commerce Casino and Hotel is your new place for Monday Night Football. We've teamed up with Commerce. Monday Night Football happening all season starting September 9th. Food and drink specials, all kinds of giveaways, even athlete appearances. Go to commercecasino.com for details. Of course, you can always hit the tables before or after the game for some great poker. When you think Monday Night Football, think Commerce Casino.
Got to be 21 to play. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Hey, it's Travis. Accidents are devastating, and the recovery process is difficult to deal with. No one should have to face it alone. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to an insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Let me tell you about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team, and they'll treat you like family. That's why I called him when my son was in an accident. We called Joe, and he hit it out of the park. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. That's 213-747-2000.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
We could try to explain what it feels like to get your work done on a John Deere. The way a Z-Track mower finishes in half the time you thought it would. Or how much easier it is to move mountains of soil with the 1 Series tractor. We could even go into detail about how it feels to tow up to 4,000 pounds behind a Gator XUV. But if you really want to know what it's like to run with us, you just have to get in the seat. Learn more at johndeere.com/get-in-the-seat or visit a dealer near you.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
And it is Mason and Ireland your Monday afternoon on this Monster Monday. Be sure to make a note of it. Mason and Ireland, now, noon to 3, each weekday on 710 ESPN, right after Travis and DeMarco, and before Sedano and Cap. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Through early morning fog I see.
Why is Mason playing that?
Yeah. MASH.
Because the Rams are like...
Yes, very much so.
If you're just tuning in, it is likely, McVay says Puka Nacua is going to go to injured reserve, so that takes him off the board for a month. Steve Avila suffered an MCL sprain. He's a candidate for the IR. Joe Noteboom is week to week. Kevin Dotson suffered a lateral ankle sprain. He's day-to-day. He was in a boot post game. So those are some of the injuries. By the way, you know what this song is actually? It has a name, the MASH theme.
It has words? I never knew it had words.
It does. Do you see the name of it?
It's just labeled MASH themes.
Oh, no. The actual
it didn't
name
have
of the,
words in the show,
The actual name of the song is Suicide is Painless. There it is.
What? That's wild. Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
By the way, the jazzy version of MASH theme, I don't know if... Suicide is painless.
The Michael Bublé version?
Yikes.
Wait, they didn't have the words in the actual show,
No,
right?
not on the
It was
show.
just instrumental.
Correct.
So that was odd to actually hear words.
Right. I
inside of
requested
that.
the lyrics. I wanted the lyrics for the MASH theme for that bit.
Yeah.
So, so
Weird.
that's all around bad
So
news.
somber.
I am discouraged.
You're discouraged now.
I am discouraged by the injuries. I'm not discouraged by the loss. I'm discouraged by the injuries.
Because that's going to lead into next week and the week after.
Right.
Puka Nacua can't come back until week 7.
Is that it? Is it 8 weeks?
It's at least 4, and it says ESPN just put it out. ESPN Los Angeles just put it out that can be activated week 7 versus the Raiders. So that's now another 6 weeks without. I guess it's 6 weeks.
Go Coop.
I mean, you need him now.
Cooper Cup time.
You need him to be the
guy
he was a couple of years ago.
And you need to stand 5 guys up in front of Matthew Stafford and try to stop anybody from getting to him.
Yeah, there's a bye. That's why it works out the 4 weeks, as Laura just told me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have an early bye this year.
Yep.
So wait a minute. So they have a bye in what week?
What week is it, Laura? It's like week 6.
This week is Arizona. Next week is San Francisco. It's probably week 4 or 5.
Yeah. They have an early bye.
Okay,
Which could actually help them.
I don't know what the analytics say. I don't know if it's the same thing as like the pitching injuries that seem to be related to the pitch clock or youth baseball or throwing too many pitches early, et cetera.
Not cross-training.
Not
all that
crossing,
stuff,
yada, yada. Rams don't play guys in the preseason.
Yes.
Week 1, now you're really getting hit. The whole offensive line goes down, Puka gets hurt, et cetera. I'm not saying there's causation, but there is correlation.
Well, it doesn't happen every year. It did happen in 2022 Rams season. Is that correct? Is that the 6 and?
That's the bad season.
I think that was the post Super Bowl season.
Yeah.
Right, when they went like 5 and.
Yeah,
Stafford got hurt. Yeah.
Stafford got hurt, and the offensive line got totally destroyed in 2022.
I mean,
They
is there
finished 5
something
and
to this
12 in
idea
their
of
5
like
and 12.
you got to get your hits in? You know, like you got to get hit a bit in the preseason, get in football shape.
This I don't know why you would change now. By the way, it's not just McVay; it's everybody.
I know.
Many teams are now bubble wrapping their players for the preseason, and I get that. Would these injuries have taken place had those guys played in the preseason? Probably.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
So I think because especially with Puka Nacua, he already had this injury. He just aggravated it. So no matter what, if he played in the preseason, he would have aggravated it probably no matter what.
Yeah. But
so it's either going to happen in the preseason or in game 1. That's what it feels like for
he got
Puka.
hurt in the
Yeah.
For him, but the other guys, like the whole offensive line gets hurt. I mean, Avila didn't miss a game all last year, but it's I think it's worth asking because this all comes after.
No,
week
it
1.
is worth asking. Yeah, it's definitely worth asking. We'll ask McVay about it this week.
Yeah, you got to.
On we'll ask him about
He's not going to change.
No, he's not going to change. But we'll ask him, the thought process, and does that change because of the injuries you saw in week 1?
Because I think there's data on all this stuff. Like when you brought up the new kickoff rules, like clearly there's
Stupid.
data that all the teams have already analyzed it and said, just do the kickoff, do the kickback, the touchback.
We were watching football. We were watching the game last night, and every time the kickoff came up, what they call the dynamic kickoff, it's the opposite of dynamic.
Everybody just stands there.
Juan said to me, "So, what are the rules of this?" And I said, "Nobody really knows."
I know.
Nobody does.
Nobody really knows the rules.
The point of it
the
was
kickoff.
to incentivize more returns, right?
Yes,
but it's actually doing the opposite.
It was like 78% of the kicks yesterday were
into the end zone,
touchbacks,
which is probably what it normally is with the regular kickoff. But it did seem like in the early window there were a lot of kickoffs that actually were run out. There was a touchdown, like there should have been in other ones, but I
Did
still don't
they move
believe.
the kickoff back at all?
So the kicker is back.
The kicker's back, but the line is up front.
And
Right.
Let's not go. I'm not going through these rules. I do not care. Nobody knows
Because
the
it seems
rules.
like
and we're gonna
everybody
leave
can
that
kick
way.
it out of the end zone.
Do you like how they're making the color of the team that little area in between? So like with the Chargers and the Raiders, it was black.
Oh, like the drop zone or
The
whatever
drop
they call
zone
it?
was
Yeah.
black. You know what I'm talking about, Brian?
Yeah.
I couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see where the ball was kicked
Yeah.
ever, and all of these little the landing zone, and they had it colored. Yeah,
Too many colors, not worth
Right.
it. Just go back to
what
the
are
green
the
of
rules
the field.
for the kickoff? Nobody knows.
That's the answer always.
Nobody knows. All right. So, Momo, did you do a game for today?
I did.
Oh, nice. So it's Momo's game. Bergman's going to play. Brian's going to play. Lars going to play. Then we'll kick it out to Commerce Casino, where Sedano and Cap are standing by, getting ready for a big Monday Night Football party. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greeny, day one in the books. Hope you enjoyed my show's debut this morning on 710. It's a monster Monday all over USC's win and the Rams' tough Sunday night loss and all the NFL from week one. Be sure to start tomorrow with my show. It's hashtag Greeny from 7 to 9 a.m. now live in Morning Drive on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California. And yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT. AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
So you remember just like 5 minutes ago when you asked me if I did the game?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah.
Yes. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good.
totally forgot.
Yeah.
So you lied and
totally
did
forgot
not do
and
the
lied.
game.
What if I told you?
Yeah.
You doubled down.
I doubled down.
You're minus
I was
one.
Like, yeah, you know, usually when I remember that I'm supposed to do the game is like at 11:55 p.m. when I'm falling asleep. Oh, I got to do the game. And I'm falling asleep and I go and I write it while I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I just totally forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well-
So I think I'm going to self-impose sanctions.
Excellent.
And I'm going to take a 1-point deduction.
Okay.
Does that sound like...
That is acceptable.
Sounds
Yes,
great.
it is.
All right.
All right, so we
But
have
you rushed the
Bergman,
Rams.
Bergman, Momo, Brian, and Laura. The game is simple fact or fiction game. Simple
Okay,
fact or
Easy,
fiction.
easy. Love it.
Number one, when Pope John Paul II visited Sun Devil Stadium in 1987, Arizona State had to cover every logo and every reference to the word devil. Is that fact or is that fiction, Bergman?
So that would probably... I'm going to say that's fact.
Going to say that's fact. Momo?
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian?
I like fact here.
Fact. Laura?
I'm going to go with fact.
Because they're the Sun Devils.
It is absolutely correct. Yeah, they covered every
You
reference.
said Devils.
Yeah,
but they're the
correct.
Sun Devils.
Correct. They covered every logo
Anything
and the word devil.
Yeah.
So they just kept
it's just
Sun?
Yes, they
With
kept
no
the word
Oh.
sun. All right, so it is Bergman 1, Brian 1, Laura 1, Momo -1. Number 2. Egypt has more pyramids than any country in the world. Egypt has more pyramids than any country in the world, Momo.
We're going to say fiction.
Going to say fiction. Brian.
Yeah, it seems too obvious. I'll go fiction.
Fiction. Laura.
Fiction.
Fiction. Bergman.
So, I mean, it sounds stupid here, but are there other pyramids, other
Thailand,
places?
Mexico.
Yes, Mexico has
Oh, yeah,
some.
Mexico. Oh, I'm going to say fiction.
Fiction is the correct answer. Yes, the Sudan has more pyramids
Sudan.
than any other country. It's got
Interesting. Did not know.
250 pyramids compared to 138 for Egypt. Number 3. Momo, you're at 0 now.
Hey.
Bergman 2, Brian 2, Laura 2, Momo 0. Here we go. Number 3. The position that has won the most baseball MVPs is right field. The position that has won the most baseball MVPs is right field. Brian, is that fact or is that fiction?
I'm going to go fiction.
Fiction. Laura.
Fiction.
Fiction. Bergman.
Fiction. I think first base.
Fiction. And Momo.
I'm going to say fact.
You should have gone fiction. Bergman, you are right. There are 28 first basemen that have won MVP, 25 right fielders. So Bergman, Brian, Laura, they've yet to miss. Momo, you're at 0.
Zero.
You've worked your way to 0.
All right.
Number 4.
Congratulations.
Self-imposed sanctions. I'm like USC and the Reggie Bush here.
The human circulatory system is 60,000 miles long.
Whoa.
The human circulatory system is 60,000 miles long. Laura, is that fact or is that fiction?
I'm going to go with fact.
Fact.
Brian.
Bergman.
I'm going to go fact also.
Going to go fact. Momo.
I will say fact.
Fact. And Brian.
I'll go fact as well.
Yeah, it is a fact. That's
crazy.
amazing. 60,000 miles. So Laura hasn't missed. Brian hasn't missed. Bergman hasn't missed. Momo, you've got 1.
Yeah.
Is this just really easy?
No.
Okay.
I'm missing
It's
them.
just 50-50.
All right.
Yeah, it's 50.
We're on it today.
The first
There's no Romo today.
The first homecoming queen
hasn't been.
on record is 1926, when the president of Ohio State University awarded the crown to his daughter. Is that fact or is that fiction, Bergman?
I'm going to go with fiction.
Fiction, Momo.
I'll say fact.
Fact, Brian.
I'll say fact here as well.
Fact, Laura.
Fact.
The correct answer is fiction.
Let's go.
Right.
Separation.
In 1926, the very first homecoming queen for Ohio State University was a cow named
What's a cow?
named Maudine.
That's
That's
really weird to
hilarious.
call your daughter. That's
Yeah.
just a rude thing to say.
It was an actual cow. All right, Bergman 5, Brian 4, Laura 4, Momo 1, number 6. They were playing football in Oklahoma before it was even a state. They were playing football in Oklahoma before it was even a state, Momo. Is that fact or is that fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian?
Fiction.
Fiction. Laura?
Fact.
Fact. Bergman?
Sounds totally factual.
It is factual, yes.
Really?
The first football league in Oklahoma was 1895. The state became a state in 1907.
That's how long they've only been a state since 1907.
Since 1907, yeah.
Wow.
All right,
When
so
was Texas a state? 18 something.
it's not a pop quiz for me.
Yeah, it's
Bergman
not a-
6, Laura 5, Brian 4, Momo 1.
How many left?
I've got 3 left.
Okay.
So Laura, Momo, you're out.
I'm out.
Yeah. All right, number
Self-imposed
7.
sanctions.
I know.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s middle name is Joy. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s middle name is Joy. Bergman, you have to go first. Is that fact or is that fiction?
God. I'm going to say that's fact.
Going to say that's fact.
Seems ridiculous, but I'm going to go fact.
Brian?
I'm going to go fiction.
Fiction. Laura?
I'm also going to go fiction.
Correct answer. It's a fact. His
Yeah.
middle name
wow.
is Joy.
It was
Cool.
too ridiculous to be fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
My grandfather's middle name was Happy.
That's a good one.
Aw,
Pretty
that's
good, right? It was
cute.
like
that's
it was actually his middle name.
Okay, I think
I have
Are
to,
we
no,
out?
I'm 2 up on.
Ryan's out, so it's Laura and Bergman, 7 to
yep.
5. Laura needs both.
Okay.
Number 8. The first fantasy football league was founded in 1962. It was called the Greater Oakland Professional Pigskin Prognosticators League. Is that fact or is that fiction, Bergman?
I'm going to go fiction. That was way too long.
Laura?
I have to go fact.
And you are glad
Dang
that
it.
you did. Yes.
Dang it.
The Greater Oakland Professional Pigskin Prognosticators League. All right, so we've got a 1
Yep, I
point
still gotta go
lead
first.
for Bergman. And
I
this
think that was
is
the first I missed.
listen to this sentence carefully.
Okay.
The antonym of corpulent is obese. Is that fact or is that fiction?
I have no idea what corpulent
The
is.
antonym of
I don't even know what
corpulent
that is.
obese. Is that fact
So
or is
it's
that
the
fiction,
opposite-
Bergman?
It's the opposite of corpulent, but I don't know what corpulent means, so I will go with fiction.
Fiction.
So whatever, I have to go
You have
fact.
to go fact.
Yes, fact. And the correct answer is fiction.
Oh,
The
what is-
antonym of corpulent, which is fat, is not obese.
Yes,
it's lean.
that's a synonym.
Yeah, lean.
It's a synonym. yes.
Corpulent means fat.
Corpulent means fat.
So corpus, like your corpse, and up like lent with like full of.
What are we
Is
putting
this-
the
is
word?
this
Yeah,
Is
so
this
I
like,
see.
She's breaking it down. She's
Yeah.
breaking
Doing
it
like
down.
SAT style.
Yes.
Word
Yeah.
smart.
All I heard is Laura lost. That's
Here's
all
what I heard. Bergman won.
Hey, I'll take the W.
All right,
I'll
let's
take
do the
W.
tiebreaker just for fun. It's a good one. According to a 2022 Statistica survey, how many Americans play fantasy football? How many Americans play fantasy football?
I'll
Okay.
go with
Bergman?
10 million.
10 million.
That's exactly the number I had in my
Oh.
head. It's
Momo.
crazy.
50 million.
50 million. Brian?
22 million.
22 million. Laura?
32 mil.
32 million. The winner is Laura.
Hey.
Laura took that one. Yeah, 29.2 million.
Wow.
Oh,
Isn't it weird that
That's a lot.
it
It's
is?
a lot.
It's a lot, but we are still a select member of
Yeah.
society that we play.
Like,
Not
what is
everybody
the-
plays.
No, and what is the like? How many people watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, 115 million?
Right.
Only 29 of them.
So a
29
third.
million. Yeah, a third of football fans play fantasy.
Huh.
Fantasy is, I mean, I remember the days of doing a fantasy football segment on Fox Sports Radio, getting a few calls, and nobody really playing the game. And
No one understanding.
really, I think it happened. When did fantasy football really take off? I would argue it was probably 2000, somewhere in the 2000s, 2004, 2005, took off. And now I think we're to the point where if you are a sports fan, generally speaking, you play fantasy football.
Yeah, and I had to get back into fantasy football this
Oh,
year.
right. And you're playing with your girlfriend.
Yeah, playing with our girlfriend, and I'm playing in the COT league.
Yep.
So
Oh,
playing
wow.
that, I got absolutely destroyed. But it's good because you pay attention to players, and
Yeah.
you can talk about specific teams because you have to actually watch those players.
So I also think that people don't watch full games. Like we are in the attention deficit generation, right? This is like
Yep.
none of us can sit. When you read books, Mace,
Yes.
the number of people I know who do not read books anymore includes myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get through a chapter here and there, but I mostly read articles on my phone.
We had a stat this past week. Only 34% of adult human beings
Wow.
in this country have read a book.
A book.
That's not for school.
Wow.
Yeah, 34%.
That's, I mean, and I think it's, and I'm somebody who even, I used to always read books.
Yeah, I always got one going.
Yeah.
I always got something going.
That was one of my goals for the summer. So technically I still have a couple weeks left to like,
Summer book club?
to get into a book.
Yeah.
Get into a book. I always buy people's books and then I never finish
Then
them.
you never read them.
Yeah, I read a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so I think, are we going live now? Yeah, we're going live. Let's do some Super Crosstalk. Cappy and Sedano are at Commerce Casino.
Hey.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
La, 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 la. There they are, Sedano and Cappy joining us from Commerce. What's up, guys?
Yo. Mace.
Yo.
What's happening?
All is great, man.
Okay. Momo, how about you?
I'm doing good. You know, I live in the Valley where it was 112 all weekend, and it going downtown.
Trust me, it's pretty hot in here too.
Yeah, is it hot in there?
Balmy, it's a balmy,
like. So?
Hold on, let me try to find exactly what it is weather-wise here.
Now, Friday when we did the golf tournament, we had misters. Did you have a mister, Cappy?
No misters. No misters at all.
We got misters.
Cap is really schwitzing here.
Is he?
Big time.
He's schwitzing.
Yeah, schwitzing.
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 You're doing
all
it.
I know is this, George.
You got
George,
it.
feel my computer. Feel my
Hey.
computer right here.
Hey, don't. No,
Yeah.
that's
Feel
family
my computer.
show.
I want you to feel that right there.
About to overheat.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concerned about that.
I
Be
literally,
careful out there.
there's
Make
such
sure
a
you stay
difference.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Like it is 101 in Chatsworth where I live today, and that actually feels cool compared to what it's been. And it's like,
I know.
I came downtown and I'm like, oh, it's so nice down here. It's probably like 99, but it feels so
Apparently,
much better
it all
than
ends on Wednesday is the last terrible day.
Okay.
Tuesday. It's going to cool off tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's
Oh, okay, good.
tomorrow's supposed to be like in the 90s.
Nice.
And then by Wednesday,
Because
it's great.
it's currently 105. 105 here at Commerce Casino.
So back when I used to read books, there was an author named Raymond Chandler, right? And all of his books were about
L.A. and the
old hot
time,
Santa Ana
detective-y,
winds.
yeah.
And every time it would just be hot and there was Santa Ana winds, there would be a murder. There would be like some crime wave because people, when it's hot, their blood starts boiling and they act out and they get angry and they just do crazy things. And I
Are
think
you
that's
going
what.
to kill us, Ramona?
Yeah,
Is that
she
what's
does
gonna happen?
sound very agitated, does she not?
I'm actually pretty
Or
chill
might
right
George
now.
kill somebody today?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
George
Oh,
would kill
yeah, that's
somebody.
George
probably
might.
what
Is
it
So-
George in
George.
is he in a killer mood?
You in the mood
Oh,
for
yeah.
violence?
Ask Greg. He knows.
Oh, I love it.
Well,
I
our
love it.
temperature right
Not his
here,
fault.
where we are here
But you are
now,
taking it out on him, though, aren't you?
I'm just explaining to him the situation.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
105 degrees inside here. Yes.
oh wow.
Inside?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the tent where the Mandy's were.
Oh, wow. Inside.
105.
Now, is the Circle of Trust got? Is little Cappy sweating?
I don't know if little Cappy will be here.
Yeah, I don't know if little Cappy with his skin condition can be in this sort of heat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah, right?
Why, that was
I'm not
so
really
funny
sure.
to me.
I don't really know with his fur.
Yeah.
I'm not really so sure, that he could be out and
Hot
survive
felt.
this sort of heat. I'm serious.
His fur.
I will tell you this, though. You got to give it up to Commerce Casino, man. They have turned the Mandy's Auditorium into a beautiful football party. There's balloons and there's just decorations.
Nice.
And they're prepared and ready for our Monday night football parties. But it's like if you watched certain baseball games yesterday.
Yes.
People especially as we're getting now into the major playoff races.
Yes.
A lot of these baseball parks that are normally completely packed,
Yeah.
people are like, okay, I
too
can't
hot.
go. It's too damn
Yesterday,
hot.
Dodger Stadium was 103 degrees for the game.
And why did they play at 1 o'clock? I mean, we need to change the time after that. It's the hottest part of the day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I know it's getaway day.
So
I went to the beach yesterday, and I decided I'm going to go in the water. And where I live is normally there's always a nice sea breeze. And if it's 105 degrees, call it 7 or 8 miles to the east on the beach, you figure it's going to be nice and cool. Dude, it was sweltering yesterday.
Gross.
Sweltering. Yeah, and I got into the water, and even though the water was super refreshing, plus there was a lot of seaweed. I came up out of the water and
Yeah,
had
that's
seaweed all
terrible.
over me. It was
Yeah.
gross. But I had to get in. I had to get into the ocean yesterday because it was so freaking hot. And by the way, I don't have air conditioning at my house.
Oh,
What?
my God.
I know.
Really?
So I
You don't
watched
have air conditioning? Well, you're close to the beach, right?
Right. So, you don't really need air conditioning. But then last week, everybody started to hit me up on Twitter with like mobile air conditioning units that you can buy on like Amazon. And of course, I'm too cheap to do that.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it. And I'll tell you right now, man, it is just brutal. Dude, I was trying to sleep last night. It was very difficult. I can tell you that right now.
I had trouble sleeping last night because it was so cold.
Yeah, me too.
We cranked the AC.
Yeah.
And then all night long, my dog is stealing my covers, and so I'm freezing. My dog really runs the bed. My dogs run the bed.
Aww.
You want to know, it's funny you say that, Mace, because where we're broadcasting from today, again, anybody who's at the Mandy's knows the big event center in the back of Commerce Casino.
Yeah.
But if we walk about 50 yards inside the casino, it is also cold. So you go from smoking hot to like it's freezing cold inside the casino.
Now, are you going to do any poker playing while you're there?
I don't think I'm going to play any poker tonight.
No.
Now, that doesn't mean I won't be playing poker in the near future.
Yeah.
When we're out here, because we're out here every Monday at
I
Commerce.
know. I'm going to come out there one of these weeks, play some poker, hang out with you guys.
Well, when does the whole summer of working out come to a conclusion?
Doesn't come to a conclusion, Cappy.
Until March.
It's now a lifestyle?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Now I'm on the battle of the belly. I'm trying to get rid of this gut.
Yeah.
I feel good about everything. I'm 6 months in, Cappy. I'm 6 months into this thing.
I see shoulders.
I'm starting to feel like I've got some,
definition.
Made some progress.
Do you feel
Do you
different?
have any pictures?
No, I do not take pictures of myself. What you mean, like when I'm
don't
working
have a
out?
picture from
You
the day
don't
you
take
started?
pictures of yourself?
You didn't have a before picture?
No, I have no before picture.
What?
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, it is nonsense.
You should have done that.
I should have.
That's
Yeah, I
nonsense.
would
I
have been
don't buy it.
impressive.
I'm sure we could find some.
Oh, there are pictures out there.
Yeah.
Like that one
Well, all
on
we
the
need to
wall.
do-
I mean, that's Fat
Yeah.
Mace right there.
No. All we need to do is go back to last year when Mace ran around the radio
Yeah.
station in his
There you go.
underpants.
Oh,
Find that.
You got a video.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good
Still
point,
screen.
Captain.
And then we'll
Screen grab
we'll
that.
compare.
That's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
before and after. Yes.
Maybe you'll have to reenact that bit.
reenact the bit. No, I'm not reenacting the bit.
Why not? Now you should be showing off.
But here's the thing. I went to see the Wolverine movie. Wolverine and
Yeah.
Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman is so ridiculously ripped in this thing. And there is no. How old is Hugh Jackman? There's no way a human being at his age can get that
I
ripped
think he's
without some help.
53.
So why don't you get on when he's
guessing.
on?
No, I'm natty.
You're natty.
I'm
all
natty.
natty.
I'm real
55.
natty.
Pretty good, right?
55 and he looks like that?
Yeah.
That's
You can do it.
He's on the juice. I'm not going to be on the juice.
Yeah.
I'm natty.
You should get on the juice. What's
No.
wrong with the juice?
I'm not in favor of the juice. I
You've
just
already lived a good life.
Right.
Mace.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
Yeah.
at this stage of your life,
I know.
who cares if you get on the juice?
Well,
Like,
there's
but
other
then
things
you
that
have
can
something-
happen
the problem
to you.
is you've got to stay on the juice
Yeah.
or it all
No, you don't.
deflates, does it not?
Yeah,
No, you
that's
don't.
right.
No, you don't.
No, you just microdose like you would when you do the cannabis.
Gummies. All you do is this. You go, hey, listen, in my entire life, I've never been like super ripped, lean, six-pack. I want to get that way. I'm going to get on the juice, and when I get that way and then I take a picture and I've achieved my goal, then I'll go back to donuts.
Yeah, see, no, this is lifestyle now. I'm at the gym
Okay.
5 nights a
Yeah.
week. I'm
Okay,
like
well, then you're not going to come play poker with us here at Commerce
not
Casino.
tonight, not tonight.
No.
But I will be
Not
out
any
there.
night.
I promise you. I hear
All
that.
right.
I hear it's very temperate, and I look forward to being out there at some point.
Yeah. You could actually lose a little bit of weight
Yeah, you
if
could.
you were out here today.
Mhm.
You know.
So
Hey, Mace,
most-
I'm
yoga.
curious.
Yeah.
Mace, I am curious about one thing.
Yes.
So as we've shifted the lineup to go 9 to noon, and then Mason and Ireland noon to 3, and now
Yep.
Sedano and Cap 3 to 6, how did that impact your life today?
My alarm goes off at 8
Instead of 9.
instead of 9.
Did you go to sleep earlier?
What time did you go to bed?
I was probably asleep by 11.
Okay.
Okay, under
So
normal
11
circumstances,
to
what would
8.
it have been?
Normal
lot of
circumstances,
sleep.
I just slept till 9.
You got 10 hours of sleep a night.
10 hours of sleep
God,
is
that's
fantastic.
unbelievable.
Sleep is
Unbelievable.
delicious.
Unbelievable.
I loved sleep. Sleep
I don't
is
know how
so
you stay
underrated.
asleep that long.
Oh, it's so good.
I know, me neither.
So good. I've trained I've trained myself to be. I'm like the
Yeah.
opposite of Ireland.
Yeah.
He never sleeps. I sleep a lot.
You stole his sleep.
Yeah, I've got Ireland sleep
Yeah.
too. So yeah, no, but it didn't have that much of an effect. Like it screws up my podcast schedule and my gym schedule, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's fine.
It screws up
All
my
right.
schedule a little bit.
But it's nice to be done at
Yeah.
3 and change.
Oh, we're going to
you
get
know?
home fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was saying the same thing because when we leave here at Commerce Casino tonight at 6 o'clock, I'm already 20 minutes south of downtown L.A.
Yeah.
And so I'm avoiding all that downtown L.A. traffic. I think I'm going to get on the freeway. I'm going to cruise right home.
The big thing for you guys is, having done your show before that shift, is getting off at 6 instead of 7. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than dead of winter, getting off at 7 o'clock and driving home in the dark. It is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to be dark at 6.
It will
too.
be dark,
Right.
yeah. But you won't have as much dark.
We won't have as much darkness?
Yeah,
Really?
no, it's not as...
You know what the worst thing is?
What?
When you have little kids and it gets dark at 4:42. Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do the rest of the night?
Yeah.
Like, we can't even go outside. It's cold, it's rainy, it's whatever. And it's 4:40 and already dark.
Yep.
What do I do with these children?
Yeah.
What? Oh.
Ramona, I was at a friend's house on Saturday, and we had a little get-together, and I commandeered their couch and wound up watching about 5 hours of college football on their couch. And one of the people had this baby.
Yeah.
And this baby was so cute. And I played with this baby for about a good hour and change. And I was like, because, Mace, it's just like when I talk to a dog. You know, when I talk to a dog and I don't know the dog's name, I'm like, hello, little doggy.
Hey, buddy.
Hello,
Hey, buddy.
hello, little doggy. Right? And then that was the same thing with me with the baby. I was like, oh, hello, baby.
So
hello, little
it's
baby.
Adam Sandler's birthday, by the way.
Right, I know. Happy birthday.
Adam.
Doing the
Happy birthday,
impression.
Adam.
Sandman.
So I think I want a baby.
No, do you really?
Another one?
You want another baby?
Let me explain something to you.
All right, go ahead.
And Ramona can attest to
Yes.
this. It sounds great until
Yeah.
those first 6 to 9 months when they don't sleep well, or they got teeth coming out,
Oh,
or they got
gassy.
all these things, gassy,
Oh.
you got all that stuff. You don't want to deal with any of
Sounds fun.
True, but I did love this little baby, and I just had so much fun playing with the little baby.
But you can give it back.
And then I was able to give it back, which was great.
Right.
So I
tell
definitely-
your kids to have some kids then.
It was a
I don't
borrowed
want my
baby.
kids-
Yeah, you'll be a grandfather soon.
No, I don't want my kids having kids quite yet.
How old is your
You know,
oldest
there you
kid?
go.
How old is my oldest kid? My oldest kid, he's 24.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
No, he's at least 10 years away.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've told him 45 is when you
No,
should get
not 45.
Yeah, 45.
45? You kidding me?
Yeah, as a guy, as someone who's gone through what I've gone through,
yeah.
what you do is this. You get out of college,
Yep.
you find what you want to do in your life, you start making money, you sock it all away, and then by about 40, you're like, okay, it's time to get serious about looking for a companion. And then you get married by 45, you have 2 kids by the time you're 50, and then when your kids are graduating high school, you're in your late 60s, but they're keeping you super young. Your kids go off to college, you're in your early 70s, and you are kept young by your kids. So that is my philosophy now. Of course, I didn't follow that because I didn't have it back then.
Right, because
But now-
you did not play by those rules.
The only thing I
No,
will,
because-
I don't disagree with you. I waited until I was like 38, 39. And then now, so what happens is when you wait longer, you have more money to pay for help, right? Or you have more, you're
Right.
further along in your
Yeah.
career usually where you can
Yeah.
manage having children a little easier. But you're also like older and you get tired more. So like,
Oh my God, yeah.
with the
Yeah,
second kid, I remember with the first kid, I could just stay up all night.
I
If
was
he woke
good.
up at 3, I was fine. I
Yeah.
could just sleep in. But now with the second kid, I was
Oh,
like,
it's hard.
he would when
Well, it
he
was
would
harder.
cry
It
at
was
2 in
harder.
the morning. I was like, oh no, I can't do
Wait
this
till you
all
get to your
night.
4th kid.
Oh.
Wait till you get to your 4th kid, Ramona.
She's not having a 4th kid.
No. See, I'd like to have a part-time kid.
I'm 2 and out.
Part-time kid.
Part-time
done,
kid.
huh?
Yeah, kid
Like,
share.
Yeah.
for example, if
Ramona's 2 and out too, just like me.
Yeah.
if I had a couple of lesbian friends that needed somebody to join in,
That's
or
a
not
great
join
deal for
in,
you,
but
yeah.
to help. But
Join in how? You see, Mace?
No,
I
to
told you
Need
you
a
were going to
little
sleep with a woman.
participate.
I told you you were going to sleep with another woman.
No,
I
to
told you that.
participate in
what?
the creation of life.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah,
Then
you would
that'd
sleep
be great
with a
for
woman.
you.
In the circle of life.
No,
You would
no,
sleep
no,
with a
no.
woman
I would
just
do
to produce a
one of
child.
those,
There are
one of
other
those
ways.
techniques. You know,
Right.
you advertise for the sperm bank. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Right.
about.
Right, I do, but I'm just saying that in your case, you don't have to go to the sperm bank. You're too old. But you could
Am I too
sleep
old?
with a woman.
You might be.
Yeah, you're too old.
What's the cutoff
18,
age?
I think
Yeah.
29.
No, it was 30 something. I thought.
Was it?
Even
like
somebody
your
with
spot.
even somebody
I feel like
with
it's like 18 to
my
29.
genes.
Maybe.
I
My
don't know, Mace.
genes? You seriously?
Mace, you mean to tell me? Let me get this straight. A
Yeah.
woman, you have a friend. You love her. She loves you.
Yes.
You guys are super close friends.
God.
She's lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay. And she says, "Hey, listen, Mace, I want to have a kid, but I want to
Just
do it
cut out the
naturally.
middleman.
Will you just please I know you don't want to do it. Just do it.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. And then you're like Nike. You just do it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you do
I think
that
I've
for a
seen this
friend?
on Curb.
Would
This
I
was
do
like-
it for a friend? Yeah, for the right friend, I would do it, Cappy.
All right.
What would Juan have to
It
say
would
about
not.
this?
It would not be a joyride, but I would do it.
Juan would not be happy about that.
No,
and then you could just you could finish off with just baby on 3.
Yeah,
right,
1,
exactly.
2, 3, baby.
Right, and then they take care of the baby, and you're just like go
You
visit
just
the baby.
show up and hang out for an
you're
afternoon.
the surrogate.
I'm the part-time dad.
That's great.
That would be a
Dude,
good
It's
deal.
a baby
stud.
share.
You are a
You know, we
stud.
have
You're
like a thing called a
in the
nanny
horse
share.
racing
Right.
business.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be a sire.
breeding. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Mace, I love this.
yeah. Yeah,
It could be a business for you, Mace.
it could be. You're right. I would imagine that the lesbians are going to come out of the woodwork for me.
Oh, they're gonna love you.
Well, that knows. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey.
I would do the same thing with the lesbians myself, but I of course am shooting blanks. So
Oh, is that? Oh, right. You did the thing.
yeah, the thing.
Yeah,
That can be reversed.
that's the thing I'm never doing.
It could be reversed, Ramona, but I hear it's A, very painful, and B, very expensive. Two things I can't handle.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Fair enough.
One specifically more than the other, and it's
Right.
not
Yes.
necessarily the pain.
No, I have a high pain tolerance.
So I watched a lot of Red Zone yesterday. Do you think
Yes.
that's watching football?
No.
So it is. But you're just getting like
No
you're
context.
Just getting the steak,
I
man.
know.
Like you are not getting the salad, the appetizer. You're just getting the meat.
Yeah.
Just you're a carnivore. Give it to me.
Right. You may miss out on what happened to get you to this point.
No, but Scott Hansen does a good job of giving you some context.
He
on
does a
lot
good
of these
job.
things.
He gives you context.
He does give you context.
I
But,
feel
I mean,
like
you
I
think
have a
about-
much better read of who's playing, like which players are doing well and who's important fantasy-wise, but I don't feel like I understand who's a good team.
Well, I think George and I don't. You'll tell me, but yesterday, and you guys know I have a lot of tech issues, and I don't
Yeah.
remember any passwords
Correct.
to anything.
Yes. We understand.
I decided to try and get YouTube TV
Yeah.
after the kickoff of the 10 a.m. games.
Oh, after the kick.
And by the way, screwed it all up.
Yeah, of
no
course.
surprise. Mostly because I thought that it was on Apple TV, not on YouTube TV.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I finally figured out that it was on YouTube TV, then I was able to get the account and pay for it. But then I put in the wrong email because it was connected to my other Gmail account. And let me tell you, it was a disaster. But when it finally got resolved, watching football on YouTube TV with the split screen and the 4 boxes, dude, that's unbelievable.
No, yeah, that is the cool part because you didn't have that on DirecTV.
Right.
You had they did have like a setup, but it wasn't as good as this. It wasn't as equitable on your screen, and they did a much better job because they're a tech company, right, of producing this for the ease of the consumer. And I did it too. So I got it when the whole ESPN thing happened, or the Disney DirecTV thing happened.
Oh, did you dump
I have a
DirecTV?
I haven't dumped them yet. I got the 21-day free trial of YouTube TV. And
Got it.
I basically told DirecTV, you're on notice. Okay? And by the way, I texted this in our group chat yesterday, Cappy, as this is how we discovered Cappy was on it. The more and more I'm watching YouTube TV, the less and less I'm interested in keeping DirecTV.
So I'm trying to figure out now that I've got YouTube TV, I'm like, why the heck do I need cable? And I'm trying to figure out how.
That's what I'm thinking too. Now the question
But here's
about
the thing, it
YouTube
all
TV
adds up
is
to
can
still
I
cable.
can I get Dodgers and Lakers on YouTube TV?
I don't know, and that's why I haven't canceled my cable yet. So I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
So now I just added like $400 to YouTube TV for the NFL Sunday Ticket and Red Zone, but I still have cable because I want to see the Laker games and the Dodger games and everything else. So I'm a little confused, but I have I'm all of a sudden spending way too much money on all this stuff.
By the way, I'm also a little bit
It's a free
confused.
trial.
I'm also
No, I
a
didn't
little
get the
bit
free trial.
Why
confused
didn't you get a
because
free trial?
Because I went for it. I just bought the whole thing.
Why didn't
Very
you just take
impulsive.
the free trial?
Yeah,
I
do the
just
free
was like,
trial.
you know what? I'm doing it. You know why? Because here's why. I would find myself more often than not going to sports bars on Sundays to watch all the games. And then I realized if I go to a sports bar every Sunday, let's say I go 12 times a year, and I spend $150 every time I'm at a sports bar, all of a sudden I'm spending $2,000, whatever the dollar figure is. And I'm like, wait a second. I could spend $400 for this. I could be at my own house sweating my ass off because I don't have air conditioning, and I can order my own food.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what? I'm in. I'm going for it.
By the way, it says here online. I just Googled it. It says you can get, Sportsnet LA on YouTube TV.
I can
really?
get Sports in LA
Okay.
and Access
imagine, yeah.
Sportsnet Lakers or whatever the hell we call it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Spectrum Sportsnet.
Yeah.
Whatever it is now.
There's so many names now.
It's the Chris McGee
You
thing.
know, I tried the DirecTV, like, what was it? The DirecTV app.
Yeah.
It wasn't the actual where they come out and installed. It was just like the digital, the app. And I did the free trial of that. There were commercials, and it was the same commercial, like every 3 minutes. And I was like, I wouldn't pay for this. There's way too many commercials to be paying for it. So DirecTV, I'm out on them.
Okay.
I'm going to get the YouTube TV too.
Which-
I've heard raving reviews about it.
Yeah, which reminds me, it's